Hello everyone, and
Dreadful.
welcome to Sunkissed, a Vampire the Masquerade TTRPG 5th edition TTRPG show. I swear I had something else and I've just lost it because I keep letting you guys do the intros.
Called Sunkissed?
Called Sunkissed? I think I said Sunkissed at the beginning.
Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition.
Hello and welcome to
TTRPG.
Sunkissed, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th
Here on
edition
Twitch.
TTRPG edition.
Yeah.
Rendition, yeah.
You need to write it down, dude.
Yeah, but then people wouldn't get to enjoy me fucking it up.
Well, just you can look back and be like, oh, yes.
See, that's a much better thing to bet on is like, will Sheepy fuck up the intro? Because now people just say like, will Sheepy remember to record? So I look in the chat and I see that and I go, probably now, yes.
Aha, now I need
Whereas
to record.
even if you remind me that I might fuck up, I will still fuck up or not, as the case may be. So, let's go around and say hello to everyone, and see how everyone's doing. And then we will do a little recap, and then we'll get into the show. So, let's start with the first person in the call, but also the last person with their cameras on, Vandy.
Why do you have to be that way, huh? Like, I'm here.
You are here, yeah.
I was the first one in the call.
You were the first one in the call. Should we talk about what you said when you got in the call?
No.
Okay, let's move on then.
I was in the call out of spite. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi everyone. I'm Vandy. I play Tess, the Toreador racer, slightly unhinged ghost speaker. Anyways, and she just had a date with a very, very hot gangrel. So, yeah.
Do you remember where he's from?
Yes. It will come to me in a moment as I remembered.
Begins
I
with
thought
an
it was
H.
Haiti?
Yeah.
Well, I keep thinking Jamaica for some reason. You know what? So, yeah. That's, yeah. But he's super hot. So, that's all that matters, right? I guess.
Right?
Yeah, that's all that matters. I'm good. I'm happy.
Okay.
Anyway, very excited for today's non-date related episodes.
Well, it's kind of continuing on, so who knows where it's gonna end
I
up.
suppose we'll see.
And then we'll go to the second person call, because apparently this is the way we're doing it currently. It's Tash, but also first with cameras on, so you know.
Hi, I'm Tash, obviously, Tash now. I stream the video games and the makeup things. I'll be playing as Chrys, who has a little bit more date left maybe, and then we'll see what she does. She's a little emo gangrel, but she'll get there or not.
Where's she going?
Away.
Yeah.
Once again, anyone shouts at her, that's it. We're out. Bye. See you later.
I could see, like, if the whole sun-kissed flame thing didn't happen and we just had like peaceful vampire times, I could see a scenario where her and Winnie got into an argument and then she's like storming down the street in a huff and he's like, where are you going? It's like, I'm running away. And like get to the end of the street, stop, and it's like, but I'm not allowed to cross the street by myself.
Basically what happened with Cass then. Oh, she's so dramatic. But yeah, held it together when she was getting told off with Tess, and then had a nice little chat with Leah, who wasn't mad at her. It's like,
No.
all right, let's hang out more often.
You're like your sister, except better.
Except better in every way.
There was that moment where Leah said, "I don't own you," and I kept my eyes firmly fixed in front of me, so I couldn't see Vandy in the cool.
Oh, she was so mad.
Pull like a huge sour face, just be like. And of course, second in the call, no, third in the call, second with the cameras on, first in our hearts, Tessachka! And like, bottom last for me always fucking up your name.
You're fine. It's all good. Hi, I'm Tess or Tessachka, or Tessa or Tess Games on Twitter and Instagram, and yeah, I stream a variety of things. I stream lately a lot of Beat Saber and just VR shenanigans, and also lots of Borderlands. And I used to stream a lot of keyboard builds, and I haven't done one in a while, but I'm actually going to be doing one tonight because I ordered Rob a keyboard like a gazillion years ago, and it's finally got here, and I want to build it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's me. And Hari is having a party.
Yeah. Well, just so everyone coming into this episode being like, oh, thank God that data episode's finally over. Frickin', romance and all that bullcrap. When can we get into more vampire stuff? Fair warning. We're carrying on from where we were, and it's very possible that we'll end up at the Rave, and so, it may be another episode of, like, lots and lots of RP and not much punching or whatever. I don't have that much punching.
Roleplay, yay!
Also, Tessa, I just want to say, if you get, like, more into RP and you become, like, a go-to person for channels to have on as an RPer and anything, and you're like, hey, I want to make a Twitter for my my RP persona, I would request, or if you move to Hollywood and end up being a famous actress, I request that your Twitter handle be Tesseract.
You get into some legal dodginess.
Yeah.
No. Just Tessa Act, but the way you say it is Tesseract.
Oh.
That's
That
a
could be
very,
cool.
very
Yeah.
British way to say it, just so I'm
Yeah, I love the idea. I feel like
Wow, I feel like a kid who
let him down gently, guys.
brought his drawing to his parents, and they're like, "Oh, that's so nice. We'll put it on the fridge," and then they put it in the freezer, and they're like,
No, it's a really good idea. I had never thought of splitting Tessa and Act. I like that actually. But Tasha's right, because it's been suggested before.
"Oh, it's not even original. Shit, that's even worse."
No, it's great.
I'm drawing Mozart up here.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible, and you're amazing, and I'm a jerk.
You think about that for a sec there, Vandy.
I'm sorry.
I knew it was wrong, and the more I thought about it, I was like,
The more wrong it got, yeah.
oh my god.
I'm the worst. I appreciate the suggestion. I like it a lot, actually. I would like to just change my name to just Tessa on Twitch. That would be awesome, but they won't let me, even though it's like not an owned account.
Why won't they let you?
I don't know. I asked.
Sometimes if it's a Justin TV name, or if it's a channel that's been banned, or if it's ever been a partner's name, it can't get reused again.
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. Because I even emailed them and was like, please help me. And they were like, nope. And they didn't tell me why, and they just said no.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
Twitch is a great place. Welcome to Twitch,
Test them
everyone.
again.
Maybe I will.
It's funny because every time people talk about getting partnered, I think of the experience as a, like, I don't know if this happens for ladies as well, but as a dude, when you go for your driving test, they automatically fail you the first time in the UK.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's not true. I do know. lots of
No.
people like that.
Like,
Maybe you just have that look about you.
Well, okay, so
To try.
so let's be a little bit more fair. They're a lot more strict the first time you take the test, so it's much less likely to pass.
On my test, I had the examiner, and I had the examiner's reviewer.
Yeah.
As well. So I like every little thing I got a minor. But
yeah,
still passed.
But
well, wait, how many tests do you have to do to drive? Because
you have to do a manual and a practical. A practical and a theory. And that's
the first time I took my practical, the instructor was like, "Well, you didn't get any minors, but you did get this one that was quite bad." And it was yeah. And they were like,
one major, and
they were like, "It could be a minor, but I'm gonna say it's a major. Just this time you're not passing." I'm like, "Okay, fair enough." And the next time, basically the same thing happened, and they were like, "It could be a minor, could be a major. I'm gonna make it a minor. You can pass." I'm like, "This is so fucking bizarre to me."
My sister was on like her third test and she was heavily pregnant. She failed the other times. And they were like so paranoid of her because she was like going over speed bumps and so, like just stopped half the way around the test route. I'm like, that's fine. That's enough. Because they didn't want it to
What the You guys have a bonkers ass system. We have to do a written test. Then we have to do our G1, which is the first like, you know, thing so you can drive a little bit and you can't even drive without like somebody in the car with you. And then you have to get your G2. Well, sorry, your G1 is the written one. The G2 is like your first driving test. And then you have to do your full license a year later, minimum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
We just get a provisional driver's license at 16 and then
What the fuck? Like, bro, do you know how many times I failed the G2? Okay. And it was, the first time was not my fault. Okay.
right.
The second time, oh no, I passed the second time. I only failed the first time. Or did I? I can't remember now.
Do you know how many times we have to take that fucking thing? Two times is how many.
But my G, I was fine. Like the full license, you think would be more, you know, strict, but it's not.
But you've
When-
been driving for a year at that point.
Yeah.
So there's a like in the U.S. at least it varies state by state.
The
but when I took it-
probationary period, right?
Yeah, so like you take the written and that gives you a permit, and the
Yeah.
permit limits like what times you can drive or where you can drive. Like you
Your
can't
blood
drive
alcohol
with a permit.
level,
Well, you can't drive. Yeah, you definitely can't drive with anything.
your name, yeah.
For the first
Zero blood alcohol level.
But you can do that really young. It depending on where. In New York City, you couldn't do it until you could get the permit when you were 16, but you couldn't actually drive in
What?
New York City without an instructor until you're 18.
So-
Most places here
Yeah.
are 14.
I lived in London for a year. Speaking as someone who lived in London for a little bit, why would you get a car in New York or learn to drive in New York?
Well,
It's a state, and it's
The
not
state-
all,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not all
but it's
Manhattan.
no,
right?
Well,
but
New York-
Tess,
yeah, New York
Tess
City
said
is
New York
different.
City.
Hmm.
Oh,
I was
fuck
going
that,
to New York
yeah.
City.
Yeah,
I would
no.
like I can drive in
You have
cities.
to
Like
leave.
Toronto is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But like I've driven in Toronto plenty, and
I
I'm
lived-
actually a very good driver.
I lived
A bit of a let, but you know.
Tash, I don't know if you've ever been to Oxford, but I lived in Oxford for a little bit. That place has a one-way system that goes all the way around the city.
Mm.
So
we have
if
one.
you,
We have one.
if you like, it's a fairly big city. If you miss your turn off, you have to go
Oh,
all the
you're
way around
fucked.
the outside of the city and back in. It is so funny. One of my flatmates for a while when I was living there had a car, and after about 3 or 4 months, he sold his car and got a bike.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
explains Weirgate a little bit. Like when I was looking at the map, I'm like, yeah, and you're telling me that there's a road that goes all the way around the city like that. And I'm like, we don't fucking have that here because our cities
Oh,
are
yeah.
all weird shapes and not
Well-
like circular.
So we've existed
So.
for a lot longer. So all of our like roads and stuff are from, you know, thousands of
Middle
years
Ages.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas your roads are like 2 or 3 years old or some shit. It's like
But they're still shitty. Like some of the fuck, don't go to Quebec. Quebec's roads are
French.
French.
It's like that's a Canadian joke right there for you.
Oh.
Honestly, like I know we used to drive to Montreal because my family, or a bunch of my family lives there. And we'd drive from Toronto to Montreal and then back and whatever. And I would be sleeping in the car as a kid. And I would know the minute we crossed the border into Quebec because the roads were suddenly not as paved.
Wow.
And it got super bumpy. Yeah. Like the line. Like where the fucking sign is to say welcome to Quebec. It was like, and then like, you're like, yeah. You're basically, you know exactly. You just rumble the whole way.
Okay.
Awful.
There's some insight into our lives as drivers, everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't even tell you about my top test passing fiasco, whereby the first time I went to take the test, they failed me on like a minor that could be a major, and they were like, So I was like, okay, I'll go back in like a month or two, try and take it again. Went back to take it, and they'd instituted the theory part, so I had to go and take the theory before I did the practical.
Fuck that.
So I went into the theory with no planning or knowledge of what the fuck it was, because they had only just implemented it. Failed it horrifically because I had no idea what it fucking was. And then
The highway code, basically.
Yeah, and then they're like, here, read this. And I'm like, okay. Like, I got close to passing it, ish. And I was like, okay, if I just read a little bit, I can probably pass this. So I studied up on it, went back, and when I went back, they decided that the theory was too easy. So they'd increased so they increased the difficulty, and
That was a few years difference, pretty sure. Because they upped the number of questions, the amount that you can get wrong lessons.
They changed it a couple of times.
It was like you can only get like 6 or 7 wrong. I think you can get 6 wrong, and if you get 7 wrong out of like, what was it, like 52 or 60 or something? Yeah, so we have the multiple choice theory. We have the theory which is hazard perception.
Well, they added the they added the hazard perception, and like the first time I went, I just did the question thing. There wasn't any hazard perception. I went back the second time, and they'd added the hazard perception, and I fucked that bit up because I didn't know what the hell it was. And then I was like, oh god, this sucks. So I left it for like 9 months. I was like, I'll come back, I'll do this later. I came back and they made it harder, and I was like, okay, cool. Fail that one again. I failed the theory like 5 times because they kept changing shit every time I went back. And then when I finally passed it, I went and did my practical and passed it with like no minors or anything. Because I'd be driving so fucking long at that point.
It's just freaking silly. I mean, honestly, as some of the test drivers, like, I don't know if you guys have this too, but the testers who are there hate their lives. Like, they're the most miserable people you could ever see, like at the driver's testing place. And you try to be like friendly and stuff with them and whatever, and they're just like, just fucking drive. Like,
I mean,
based or whatever, and I'm like,
have you ever done a miserable job? Because I've been like that in miserable jobs too, where I'm like, could I take your order, please? There may be poison in it. For me or for you, either one works.
Yeah, it was just like, it just threw me off, like, especially as a teenager, where I was like, yeah, okay,
happy and full of life,
and then you're like, you see this person who has been in a miserable, who's the epitome of miserable, and you're like, are you okay?
Is that what I'm gonna be when I grow up?
It's like it's so foreign to you. You're like, what is up with you? And then like you look back and you're like, oh, I fucking get it.
But at least in Canada, you can be like, well, they're probably French, so.
Oh, fuck off! No, I'm in an English state, okay, or state.
Doesn't mean they can't be French.
There's not a lot of like.
They're all over the place.
You can't really tell. So.
Quebec is it? So before Vandy murders me, what happened last week in Sunkist? Well, last week in Sunkist, we had a date night between.
Well, we had to talk first.
Yes, you had a talk where apologies were almost made, apologies were almost taken. It was awkward as hell, and kind of worked out. I'm not sure. I think that's down to both of you, like how you feel that went.
We'll have to see how we interact the next time we meet up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Tess has also just gotten laid, so she's probably in a much better mood. Just saying. Anyway, a bit of a segue.
And she's friendly again with Leah. There you go. They're talking again.
Oh yeah. There's that, which really helped.
Apparently, thanks to Nathan, which is like.
That's a razor blade in an apple, if ever I've seen one.
It's honest. Oh god, it's.
I imagine if we did like, could you imagine like, you have those in America it'd probably be like called like health class, I think, or something, but you have those presentations by people who are like, the guide to safe sex or
oh yeah,
all of those
against drunk driving,
all of those life lesson can you imagine like Tess doing a series of those where it's just like, if you're feeling down or bad, have sex. It makes you feel better, and you feel better.
That's pretty much how it would be. It's like, got a problem?
I mean, it's true.
Drink, have sex, or just
go shopping. Spend
go
a lot
shopping.
of money on pretty things. It'll be fine.
Do you not have money? Fucking get some.
Steal a car. Jeez.
What are you doing? Like, it's so silly.
Oh, you know the get in loser we're doing.
We're getting
Doing crime?
shopping. Yeah.
It would be
We're doing crimes.
for Tess. You just pull up and be like, "Get in, loser! I stole this car."
Oh yeah, no, for real. I'd be like, they're coming after me.
Hurry up.
So yes, aside from the awkward meeting at the beginning, there was 2 dates. One with Tess and Castor, and one with Chrys and Leah. And forgiveness was asked, forgiveness was given. It was a lot more wholesome than the original conversation. And Leah even spoke to Tess and apologized for being a bit of a dick, and Tess said okay. But yeah, no, it's there was some interesting conversation with Castor about philosophy and Caesar, which got interesting. And Leah and Chrys basically chatted about how she ran off and Leah was cool with that. And then Tess got distracted by a flirtatious comment and dragged Castor off to bang in the woods. So, I think actually there's probably a little bit of time before we kind of set the scene of where we are. For Vandy and for Tash, as opposed to your characters. Essentially, I think we played out the majority of the date part of the night. There's still time, and we are going to be coming back in with you essentially receiving texts from Nahari, basically said, "I'm at a rave, woo, party," and requesting you to come and join her. So my question is we'll get into it either way, but I think both of your dates are happy to kind of like call the night where we're at and head off to go do their own things. It's a question of whether you want to essentially like keep on the night or keep on the date for the night, or whether you want to kind of like say to half an hour and then
I had a full week to think about this, and I still haven't come up with a solution.
That's fair.
I think.
I mean, essentially, like, right, the plan was a date. So if you kind of like go through the whole night and just kind of, there'll be other chances for dates and.
In that case, then yeah, I'll just be like, I assume we would have like still chit chatted or whatever, and then I'll just be like, oh, I'm getting a text, like, I think I'm gonna go meet up with his friend. It was nice to hang, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and Castor, like, out in the woods. Essentially, when we get back to you, you'll be like wandering back to your club from the woods, but you're already out in the woods. It's fairly easy for Castor to kind of cut up north and go back to his territory with basically like a "let's do this again soon" type of.
Well, he could go over the stepping stones.
Yes.
Does he know about the stepping stones?
Yes.
He told Chris about the stepping
He
stones.
told.
Oh right.
I think,
yeah.
I think him and was it him who put them there? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think like them generally. But
Yeah,
I'm not sure
yeah,
if
it was the
it was
encroaching.
specified.
I think it was the encroaching wilds that chucked them down there.
Well, Chris would probably awkwardly invite Leah, because it's not as though Chris will be over enthused about going raving anyway.
Yeah.
Like, do you want a car? So.
Yeah. Sorry. Now I'm trying to think about Leah.
Leah's schedule.
I think actually she would probably dip out gracefully. It's weird because I'm like, for me, I'm still like Leah's crazy and she'll run off, but she's like changed a little bit. And so she'd essentially say like love to want to do this again, but I've got things I've got to do back at Nathan's, so yeah.
Okie dokie, that's fine.
And the only thing I need to know on that one is does Chrys take that literally, or is Chrys like, does she take that well? Because I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I mean, Leah's been great today and not shouted, so
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Seems legit kind of thing. Okay.
yeah, like she's had plenty of opportunity to sort of not be here, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah, it's fine.
In that case, I think the best place to come back in would probably still be at the club when Tess wanders back in. And like, let me know if you just like, if Chrys would actually just go to the rave solo to meet Nahari or what. I kind of imagine that she'd wait for Tess at the club. So Tess, you wander back in. The club is starting to like edge towards winding down. But it's still, you know, it's a mix of being a popular place and a little bit like unique and different compared to like a lot of the other places in Weirgate. The only other, it's a funny thing, like Nathan runs fairly generic clubs and bars in his territory. There's no real spark of like Toreador creativity or anything. The two unique places are at either ends of the city, the north and the south, which is
It's hell, probably.
hell.
The other one, right?
Yeah. Even the Oasis wasn't very like unique or anything. Interestingly, like the Oasis was like an upscale, nice place, very very pretty, and but you know, not much interesting going on there. Which maybe sometimes the places reflect their owners. As there's kind of Lamia as well.
Ooh. Yeah, no, so I would probably get back then and I would head straight up to my office just to make sure I don't have any like leaves or sticks in my hair.
Yep.
Or mud. So like basically just to go clean off and maybe have a change of clothes and a drink or something before thinking about heading out. So I'd be up there if anything.
Yeah. So to the casual eye, you pretty much look pristine, but there's probably like, you know, a few scuff marks on the shoes, or you know, like a little bit of dirt that you just, you know.
Yeah, just missed a little bit, so I'm gonna make sure I go and clean that up. Okay.
So yeah, you just kind of you freshen up in the office quickly. Gimlet is actually like fairly hands-on at the moment, like doing stuff, so unless you want to go down and talk to him, he's not gonna be like hey boss, what's up, or anything for at least until the place is closed, probably.
I might actually go down and help him if he needs any. Just a little bit.
He seems to have things in hand. You have employees now, you know, you have bar staff and bouncers and all that type of thing, so basically You're essentially the owner. Gimlet would be more considered like the manager. So he kind of runs that stuff, unless you want to get your hands dirty and, you know, kind of start seeing how the place is run and stuff. But
I'd probably just go down and just
get a drink and kind of
I'd get my own drink kind of thing and like make sure I'm not in the way, but you know, just kind of see if they're like see what's going on. Just
okay.
observe, I suppose.
And obviously, Chris, you're sat at a table, probably where you were sat with Leah before, like off to the side a little bit. And you see Tess come down and like sit at the bar with a drink for a sec.
She seems like she's sitting down there and just have we already had the text or yeah okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna go over and I'll take the glasses from the table that me and Leah had.
Oh, are you tidying up for the bar staff? What a nerd.
That is
moving
so...
from the table. I'm going to the bar. Like
that is very much in keeping with Chris, though. I would say.
Yeah.
I just as a sidebar, I remember being at a club with some of my mates, and one of my friends always used to like pick up all the glasses and take them back to the bar. And whenever anyone made fun of him, he'd be like, "It's not like they get paid by the glass. Like they're gonna get paid regardless." And I'm perfectly happy to take like glasses back to the bar for people. So
I'm that friend.
yeah.
yeah.
I am IRL that friend. I am more than willing to do it also if there's a very hot bartender. So. Just saying.
I did this for you.
I did this. Look, praise me.
Yes, she'll probably just walk up next to Tess and just put them down like towards the edge of the thing. Good time?
Did Gimlet hire you?
No. Like why?
Thanks for bringing the glasses up, I guess.
Yeah, it's just polite. They were sat in front of me anyway. So.
How was your date?
I think it. Do you actually want to know, or because I don't know how you said it's fine, but there was a lot of
You know what? I'm in a good mood. Tell me.
Yeah, I think it went fine. It was nice to chat and whatever. She didn't want to come to the rave though. Isn't Harry text you as well?
Yeah. So I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did yours go? Good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a typical kind of like me kind of date, so you know, probably gonna meet up again and I don't know, bang somewhere near his place. So anyway,
Are you missing another again there?
yes, okay, we had sex. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
No,
It was great.
good. Break anything?
A couple trees.
Right.
Oh, just because you would now know this, Castor is exceedingly strong. Like I'm talking one-handed pick you up and twirl you above his head kind of strong. So
This is Vandy clapping.
gangrels, you know.
Ah, yes. Yeah, he's like super strong. Did you know that?
I assumed so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Then
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know.
It's a I'm definitely gonna, see if we can have a repeat session. Just. But he's a cool dude. He's from Haiti. Did you know that?
I didn't actually. No, we just talk gangrely things whenever we've hung out and like the businessy. Oh, also, Gimlet wants to maybe open a pub. So if
Gimlet.
Yeah.
What's this about you wanting to open a pub?
Gimlet like comes over and like pulls the cloth off his shoulder, starts wiping the bar. Why? What's your problems?
See, this is
Have you been watching chick flicks lately?
No. Why would I possibly do that?
I mean, I gave you a couple recommendations a while ago, but
That's
I mean,
true. No, I just figured like, you know how us British kind of, we like to pub before we club, essentially. I figured if we can procure something like over the road from the Sticks and Stones, we could open a pub up over there, and people would come over there and immediately come to our club afterwards. Even people who, so it would kind of like, we'd get the benefit of the before party, and then the party itself, kind of thing. And then we could open a kebabi up down the road, and we'd have the after party as well. Because I mean, anyone who goes out club, then on their way home they pick up something shit to eat because you're drunk and you can't tell the difference. Shit, if we want to completely corner the market, we could start a taxi service too. But that's just me thinking out loud.
Does Weirgate have Uber?
Probably not.
I was gonna say it's probably like a small town. God, you're fucking brilliant. You know that?
I do sometimes say so myself.
You know what? Let's do it. But we also need to talk to the folks across the road, right? Because they're kind of lost. And did you check in with them?
Wait, who are we talking about?
The people in, was it Calig's territory?
Corbin.
Oh yeah,
Corbin.
Right, yeah. No, I haven't done that. I haven't done that yet. No, but I'll get on that. Sorry.
Yeah, I asked him earlier, which is when we were talking about the pub and stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah, because I figured like we could just bring more people in, and also if they don't have where to go and anyone to take over that area, then that's an easy enough expansion.
So I was
Stretching a bit thin.
I was thinking for the pub, I was playing around with Asphodel, but I think that might be a little bit too close to Ass.
Ooh.
So I was thinking maybe Tartarus instead.
Ooh. I do like that, Tartarus. Maybe we have the kebabi called Olympus? That sounds a little bit more Greek.
Like, I mean, of course, the perfect name would be Elysium, but obviously, that ain't really an option. Probably some copyright or something going on there, I bet.
They might not like that.
Drawing a bit of attention straight away as well.
Yeah. We can think about it. I like Tartarus, though.
Yeah.
Could call it also, something, maybe Cerberus or, thinking about...
Charon. That could be our taxi service. Charon.
Oh!
There you go.
There you go.
Fucking
Look at
genius over here.
I feel like this is a fucking conversation that we would just have
Yeah,
to
like-
pass the fucking blunt around.
Like, Chris-
that's a
Chris
great
is like-
idea.
Chris is just like,
So, I mean, you've not got the building, so should you worry about getting that before you start naming it, or?
It's all, you come up with ideas and then you get investors and then it's, building and money and then, you're good to go.
Isn't it just you two that are the investors?
Excuse me, we can get more investors or we could always just keep it within us too. I mean, it's less people to split the profits with. Plus, Sticks and Stones is banging, man. Like, look, we're making money.
Who else would you like?
oh shit, Nyx. NYX.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, maybe for the kebabi. Unless we have that for the bar.
For the bar, for the pub, yeah.
Ooh. We could have like a specialty Nyx brew. Like a dark ale of some kind. Ooh. Maybe it's just Guinness, but like reskinned. I don't know.
I don't
Do
think
people
Guinness
know?
comes with a skin.
You know what I mean? Rebranded, okay?
Right. I think that might be, we might get in a little bit of trouble for that.
Be fine.
Yeah, all right.
That'd be fine. Well, we'll take a look at it. But yeah, let's consider. I'm gonna look into some properties across the water just to, just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna take off because we're probably gonna go to a rave. But is everything good here? You guys are out here?
Yeah, it's all
Anything
going
we
well.
need to order?
Not yeah. Well, just restock, but that's fine.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to like spruce the place up a bit more, we can. Profit margin's going quite good, so
I'm thinking more skulls, decorative skulls.
more skulls. Yeah, we can do more
Just
like
like a
decorative
big-
skulls, not like actual skulls. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
because we got a few skulls. we could-
Decorative skulls. Yeah.
we do have a few skulls. Yeah, we do, don't we? No, I'm thinking like a big, like mammoth skull. Like one of those big ones with the tusks and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Like an elephant skull.
Like the ones that are in museums.
Yeah,
Where will it fit?
just up on the wall. You hang it. It's like a big thing. I don't know.
I mean, if we're gonna steal from a museum, we may as well take a fucking dinosaur skull,
Oh my gosh, you are brilliant.
right?
We should do dinosaurs. Is that a little bit off-brand
For what?
for sticks and stone? Oh no, I guess not. Okay, well,
Sticks
we'll
and
I'll look into
stones.
it.
Sticks and stones, ellipses. Also, there's bones.
Sticks and stones, and definitely some bones. Some more bones. It's good. Yeah.
Come to the sticks and stones. Get your hands on some bones.
Can we go to the rave?
You going to a rave?
We're going to a rave.
Nice.
I don't suppose you'd want to join.
I should probably finish up here, but I don't know. I could. I'm not much one for the partying. I'm more the one to like make money off the partying, as it were.
Do you have any drugs to sell? Any product to push?
Well, no. I mean, I haven't really got into that game, to be honest. I figured you'd want to keep the place like majority clean.
We'll keep this one pretty clean.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll probably end up opening another one that's definitely less, But yeah.
I mean, if we're opening one that's a bit less, we could call that one Asphodel.
I just don't want anyone to come in there and be like, wow, this is ass, Fidel.
Well, I mean, get some like strategically cut chaps for the bar staff and everything, and then everyone will be like, "Wow, this is Asphodel."
What if it's a strip club?
Strip club, exactly.
Oh, brilliant. Yep. And I'm like writing down these on like a napkin or something. Like,
Someone needs to come and there needs to be a dedicated player who will dedicate themselves to stopping Giblet and Tess when they go off on one.
There was an
It's-
attempt. Like, can we just rave? Like, other than
Okay,
this
well-
conversation.
we're gonna go to the rave that we've been invited to. So we're gonna go do that. But great ideas, and yeah, this is great. This
Yeah.
is great. Awesome. Yeah.
Have a good night, Chief.
Yeah, and you too enjoy, and we'll see you later.
Hi, Gimlet.
Bye, Chris.
I'm walking.
I like as I'm walking out, I'm like, isn't he the best? Just
He's something.
best business partner I could ever. And you know what? And he started off, doing the thing with the feeding shit. Like, oh man, this is amazing. Just the best. And you didn't like him to start, and I'm still walking out, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean-
probably didn't even see that kind of like to start with.
To start, like-
look. He said I
Yeah,
like him
It's
now.
ongoing. Like,
Just innovative. Just amazing.
sure. Drugs and strippers.
Yeah,
True-
hey,
true,
people like their
true
money.
Innovation.
Yeah. Sex sells, Chris. And god damn it, will I buy? Is this driving distance or walking distance, this rave?
It's over the bridge. It's basically where the warehouse got blown up.
Oh, fun. Okay. So
easy. Oh,
we'll text and we'll text her. I'll text her and I'll just be like, yeah, we're on our way. I imagine she probably texted in like the group chat or whatever.
Yeah.
We haven't really thought about who's going to absorb that territory. It's a lot of contested across the river. That's fine.
Well, yeah, we haven't talked about it with the fucking group of people, but
with the council.
With the council, but we have lands. So
our plans with all our bodies to make it happen.
Well, that's partially why I was like, maybe we hire the wilds, you know, a little extra. So
I just want to someone in chat said, or as a pirate might say, exchange booty for booty on your comment. And my brain was still in gimlet mode. So my brain went, oh, you know what? Fucking pirate-themed stripper place called the Treasure Chest. And all the girls are named after precious gems. So you got emerald and diamond and ruby and
opal, amethyst.
Yeah. And I was just like, Gimlet brain is really just it's like me when I've had no sleep. It's just idea. So I need to get out of Gimlet brain before you get into the rave. Sorry, carry on.
Have you slept, Sheepy? Like that's the question.
Slept.
Okay.
As we're walking, we're talking about these things. Like, so the pub, like across the road or across the river? Because
across the river, it's that way we get more. It's just an expansion, You're gonna disapprove.
Well, I just for Chris, she's like, well, Jezebel's pub's nearby, so the direct competition. I don't know. I mean, we don't have it, and we don't. It's fine, I guess. Whatever.
You haven't gone to like law school or anything, have you?
No.
God.
Why?
Just the risk-averse attitude is stunning, really. It's not bad. It's not a critique, mind you.
Sounds a bit like a critique.
It's not, but you have to admit every time I bring up an idea of something a little bit, pushing the boundaries, it's always like, is that really a good idea?
Well, I mean, hanging out with you and Gimlet, the idea starts pretty normal, like a pub, and then turns into strippers and drugs out of nowhere. So, yeah, I feel like maybe a little objection early on, and then it's
maybe we want to normalize strippers and clubs and stuff and drugs. Yeah.
I mean, if that's, I guess, but
have you ever been to a strip club?
No.
I'm gonna text Nahari.
No.
Next outing is at a strip club.
I'm gonna text back. Okay, sounds good. I have a few in mind.
Yeah.
Get your butts over here. You're missing the party.
It's like we're coming. So, have you been to a rave before?
She probably hasn't been to a rave. No.
I don't think so.
Even a club is like pushing it with Chris, right? So, no.
Well, you're gonna meet a wonderful, wonderful woman today. Her name is Molly, and she's everyone's best friend. Honestly, she's like, I've had her as my friend for ages at this point, and I think you'll really like her.
I'm gonna try and hold it together when I say this. You've never mentioned Molly before. Like, how have you?
Oh my god, I've never told you about Molly?
You've literally never mentioned Molly.
Oh my god. Okay, so she's like super sweet, and honestly, she's kind of like the life of the party.
How has she not been to... I can't. How's she not been in your club, like, and we've not met her before? Is she like Kindred, or is she...
I'll just laugh and I'll just like, you'll meet her soon, and I'll and we'll continue walking. I was like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Oh, poor Chrys.
I love this. I love this.
Yes. So
It's like a real conversation I've had like with people before, and I'm just like,
as soon as I thought it was like, I have to try and get this out, but I don't know if I can.
oh yeah.
oh man.
So as you get closer to the designated rave area, you can hear in the distance a little music. As you get closer, you could see like lights and the kind of beats and music of the place starts coming through. There's a few like what you'd very easily classify as university kids or students. Kind of there's some of them like, you know, there's a couple like sitting down sharing a spliff and just kind of like a little bit zoned out. There's a couple of people like a bit more energetic, but the outside is mostly like people experiencing the aftermath of partying too hard. Inside will be the, you know,
home sweet home. And yeah, I'll walk in or walk up.
Yeah, Chrys is just awkwardly following, like, okay, now that we're here.
So you walk in and you see people dancing, and there's kind of like someone's brought some like strobe lights, like someone attempted a smoke machine, but it's a half bombed out building that's like burned down and there's no roof and stuff, and most of it's been knocked down to keep safe. So the smoke machine essentially blew smoke out, which got blew away over the river. So and Nahari, you'll know this. There's a possibility someone's gonna try and bring a foam machine for because of course they would.
Of course.
Both of you please roll me wits awareness, and Nahari also ditto for that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god, I miss Rave so bad.
I have 2, which is about right for Chrys in a club. Oh.
Fuck, okay. Not great.
Okay. Would anyone like to re-roll? Tess, you can re-roll 2. Nahari, you can re-roll 2. Chrys, you can re-roll 1, if anyone would
Chrys
like
is
to.
fine.
I'll re-roll 2.
Okay.
Hold off for now.
Come on, man. Ugh,
There's pretty people here.
Maybe
I mean,
should
I'm probably.
re-roll.
This
I'll
is
re-roll.
honestly on brand. I'm just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like neon bracelets and necklaces and etc. Oh, god damn! Okay, I was gonna start talking about how none of you notice each other, but Nahari, yeah, you're like in the middle of the group of friends that Matt brought, and you're like hands in the air, and they're all like dancing around you, and you're just like swinging and swaying and enjoying, and then you just like look around, you're like, friends. There's those two. So you can carry on as you are if you like, or just as a little bit of a sidebar, you have already partaken of a few drops of some of your friends, new friends, let's call them, and they are quite buzzing. So you are also now quite buzzing. Just because I know no one ever here has taken drugs, I will explain what ecstasy feels like. Of course, myself not knowing, but being a scholar, I have researched it thoroughly.
Of course.
Just kind of euphoric and happy and nice, and everything's,
Elevated heart rate. Everything's very warm and fuzzy. You want to be
Andy's on
friends with
Google,
everyone.
just reading that now, right?
Yeah, this is definitely Google and not personal experience ever.
If
Yeah.
you've ever done like a high intensity cardio workout and you get that like euphoric feeling, it's that times 10 and minus the workout part. So you just
Although you do get very sweaty, apparently. Yeah.
So I think I would, so I'd be dancing, but I'd see them and I'd just like probably saunter over to them and be like, hey, how are you guys? You made it.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Right? So
Where the
my
drugs
friends
at?
over there have been partaking of some very fun things and I've been partaking of them and I super recommend if you would like a little of the buzz.
I was going to introduce Chrys to our mutual friend Molly.
Oh,
You know.
that's a good idea.
How does Nahari know her as well and I don't know her?
Oh, I mean, she introduced me to Molly. It was her friend first, and then I went over and I was like, yeah, and then she just, she had Molly with her, so.
Yeah, actually, so can I give it to Chrys and do I have any is the question.
Well, also...
She's a drug dealer, or used to be.
Chris is kindred, so she won't be able to...
Yeah.
It won't affect her directly. It's like drinking it, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, so I had sips of the people that are having some, which I'm totally offering to the two of you guys.
Yes, yes, please feed me and also feed me. Yeah, which one's Molly?
So that group over there, and I think pretty much all of them, although Matt's kind of the one that I tend to nom on a little bit, but basically all of them. Also, you might recognize, oh wait, is she with us? Okay.
She's in the group, bouncing around and.
Also, so you might recognize one of them. I made a new friend here tonight, but you met her before. Claire, the redhead, the hottie. It's okay. She's having a good time. You're having a good time. It's totally fine for her to see you here.
Yep. Totally.
Just a note for viewers. Vandy hasn't seen the snapshot, so I had no idea that this was coming.
Oh no.
I just like pull her over to the group. I'm like, hey all, this is Tess and Chris. They're my really, really good friends. They want to join our party.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, so,
Fuck. Oh, shit.
Claire immediately is, super, hey! And, bum rushes you, and, you are immediately, entangled into her. And, not to put too fine a point of it, but you do immediately feel her lips go straight for your neck.
Yep.
in the ensuing kerfuffle. She's quite loved up and pretty high, so just if that's a problem,
Nope. I was like, I found mine.
I'm going back to the woods. Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Have fun.
What just happened? Okay.
We met her when we went shopping, and she was lovely. Very, very sweet, obviously. And she's actually the one that's giving us all the lovely Molly fun.
Yeah, so she's a drug dealer as well.
She's a good contact for us.
I love
to
it.
have.
I love this. This is the
Oh,
best.
this is. Tess has already been on about this kind of thing as a business venture, so she's gonna do it now.
Oh wow, that's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, Claire's got the hookup. We can all
Yeah, I have
enjoy as
muffled
needed.
from.
This is dope. I'm just
I
gonna start
start-
making out with Claire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, I'm still in the vicinity, but I'm at this point, I'm just like, yo, yeah, all right, we're just
Stuffed
we're
by a pillar or something.
yeah.
So I'm gonna like gently pull Chrys to dancing, like sedately dancing with me and Matt. And you know, she's
Matt hasn't even noticed that new people have turned
Yeah.
up. He's just in his own little world, just like
yeah.
yeah.
So we're just kind of hanging out, and I say to Chrys, "How did your date go?"
Yeah, I think it went well. She's not mad at me, which was great.
That's awesome.
And then Tess is maybe not mad at me because I went on a date with her sister, so she says it's fine, but I don't think it's fine.
Well, she's about to forget all about any problems. If she hasn't already.
I mean, that's one way to solve it, I guess.
Yeah, fun, right?
Her date went well too, so I mean, she's
Oh, did it?
uh,
Oh, cool. Okay, I say very quietly.
busy today.
You guys have been very busy. Awesome.
Have you been here like all night?
Yeah, pretty much for most of it. I also super recommend meeting Molly, and I like take Matt's hand and just kind of like offer it to her. Just take a
Hey.
minute. She'll be okay with it. I
don't
just
get
like
it.
whisper to her.
What?
Have a snack.
Chris is on 2 hunger right now, so she's a little hungry. But it's the middle of a club, and it's like,
No one
Oh,
would get
it is crowded.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like while you're talking, it's like lips to ear talking,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can hear each other, and so he doesn't know what's going on. He's he's still kind of bouncing and enjoying himself with his hand like being grabbed by Nahari.
Yeah.
The other thing about raves too is that if someone's not looking at you, they will not see what the fuck you're doing. Like it's
Yeah.
flashing lights and
Everyone's like,
darkness.
off.
Like
yeah.
It's
and that-
it's also aside from the flashing lights, like there's no street lights or like around this area because it kind of got exploded and burned, so it's pretty damn dark. Like to give you some technical info, you won't need to roll; it'll just happen. So
Go for it. I promise you'll have a good time. It's nice to relax every once in a while. You've been so stressed, even though you just had a break. This'll just
Oh,
help you chill
Nahari.
more.
would you like to make this a roll, or would you like to play
Yeah,
this
I mean,
out?
it was
'Cause-
that's been very helpful in like making a drink, to be honest, because she does worry too much.
Dun, dun, dun.
Um,
You have before drunk someone who was drunk.
yeah.
And I imagine Chris's thought is like, oh, I'm gonna get drunk.
go back to episode 1.
Back to episode 1. Yeah. And with Nahari being like, oh, it's good to relax and have fun. She's like, yeah, my friends do keep saying that. So,
So,
like,
what I will say, Nahari, is you may roll charisma or manipulation persuasion, depending on whether you're doing it for her benefit or for your own. So charisma,
Both.
charisma persuasion or manipulation persuasion. The choice is yours.
I'm gonna lean towards manipulation.
Yeah,
just
I
'cause-
also feel that it's manipulation more
Yeah.
than like it's more for Nahari's benefit than for
Yeah.
Chris.
Okay, persuasion. I feel like I've never used this, even though I have it. Maybe like once before.
Oh, yeah. Can reroll 3 if you like.
Yeah.
bow, bow, bow.
3. I will let you decide for yourself, if you like, Chris, as to how persuasive that. Like to give you a yardstick, it's pretty persuasive. She's.
Yeah, and I was leaning towards it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I feel
yeah.
like the date with Leah kind of threw you off guard a little bit, and
She's at a rave. Like, how did this happen? Really?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and this is so Tess has just said Chris keeps putting things on a downer. Kafka's just said that it's good to have fun and relax. So yeah, it's time to have a drink of Matt. Guys, ruining poor Chris.
Okay, so you sample Matt, and like the thing about for Kindred drinking blood and it's quite quick because it's bloodstream stuff. So very quickly you feel this kind of like fuzzy cloud-headedness that if you were sober you wouldn't associate with alcohol, but seeing as you're no longer sober, you're kind of just like floaty and happy and
And he was really drunk, man.
He was quite drunk. He was a lot more high than drunk.
Yeah. Chris brain of like, wow.
Yeah.
Do you realize he was that drunk?
So, going forward, I don't know if you're going to take a nip of Claire, Tess. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, I would have like immediately done it. Like, we're making out, and I probably would have just been like, I'd kiss her neck and then just be like,
yeah. She's Claire, just for a little extra idea of what's going on for you with Claire. She's quite petite, and she's not very like forceful aside from being kind of high and happy and huggy and stuff. So it's very easy for you to take the lead essentially.
Yeah.
So like even still, if you were like kind of full on vampire, like grab her by the hair and bite her neck, she'd be fine with that too.
I'm not gonna go that forceful, but I'm definitely gonna go like I'm definitely like I mean it would kind of just happen like.
Oh, absolutely.
But it will likely it will still like be around the neck area because it's just that's like the most make outish kind of part. I guess.
For all intents and purposes, one of the reasons why Kindred can quite easily drink at clubs and stuff like that is it looks like a little bit of necking or whatever, and everyone's like, oh yeah. So going forward for a while, you will all be pretty much pilled up to your gourd.
Hell yeah.
No.
Do I get to take off the hunger as well?
Yeah. Go down to. I don't think anyone's high on hunger, so just go. I think you can both probably go down to 1 hunger.
Yeah, I was just on 2 anyway, so.
I think as soon as I see that Chris is imbibed and Tess is imbibed, I just start like dancing with the two of them and everybody.
I probably would have put like if Claire is super petite, I probably would have like put her up on my shoulders and stuff. Because like at raves you do that. Sometimes you put them on their shoulders and you're just like, So I would do that for a bit.
At some point, which as the night kind of goes on, at some point you're not sure when you acquire like glowy necklaces and glowy bangles and
candy and
like someone paints one of your faces, just like I'm a tiger girl or something like that. All these things. So the first thing I would like, because feel free to tell me if you're like my character wouldn't do this, or Chris wouldn't do this. I feel
why is this the one that's pointed out?
Well, just purely because I'm gonna see how you will do impressing everyone with your dance moves.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, for all 3 of you, would you please roll me dexterity and performance? If you have specialities that you would use, please let me know. Yes, Chris, you could use your speciality, so you get some extra dice.
Yo.
I'm going to.
I don't want to,
how do
but
I
she
do
would
that?
because she's off her face.
Yeah.
How do I do that? Use the speciality.
Oh.
You just
It adds
add-
like 1 dice in the modifier.
Oh.
So. We're all
I
really-
don't imagine that. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So, Tess, you with Claire on your shoulders and you know through the night past that, you keep yourself to kind of like this like, it doesn't look awesome, but because it's Tess, it looks like good, especially to people who have a tendency to be attracted. You know, it's kind of like wavy, like dreamy, not even necessarily to the tune, like maybe even to your own tune in your head as you're kind of like going off on this little dance thing. Chris, I'm afraid I'm going to have to. I feel like Chris is getting, and feel free to correct me here. I feel like Chris is getting into the vibe of it and letting loose, but isn't trying to do like any of her dance, and you know, like she has backgrounds in a few things. So instead, because she's never been here before, but she's lost the inhibitions because she's kind of high and etc. I feel like she's kind of a little pinball in like a pinball machine, bouncing all around the dance floor, basically going like,
Yeah, she is. She's having a good time.
just a tiny ball of chaotic energy, like bouncing all around the place, and like no kind of like
Perception of
what's going on. And every now and then she just like appears in front of like,
oh hi,
in front of,
and then off again.
in front of Tess, like, hey, and then like, woo, bye.
I think that's the best outcome that I can hope for at this point.
I think I would have also like if they had those like the flashy light necklaces, or the, you know, the chemical light necklaces. I would have like put them on both of them. Just whenever you pass in the orbit, Chris. And
just gets more and more of them.
Yeah.
So Nahari with a 4, not a crit. I just had to check that. With a 4, if you would just like to kind of be a in the midst enjoying yourself Raven, then you know you're kind of like, you manage to kind of go with the flow of the crowd. So you kind of, you know, if you want to move to another end of the crowd, you can just kind of like slip through them, like very naturally, still dancing and everything. Or if you'd like, you could utilize your speciality.
Oh. Interesting.
How drunk are you? How like
would I be doing it on purpose? Like would I have control?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, you have encouraged your friends and quite a few people around here to indulge in their kind of wild party side. Everyone's high, everyone's drunk, everyone's like raving and dancing. You're feeling that energy of like look what I did, you know, kind of thing going on. So yeah, you know, like if you want to like center the attention on yourself, you can, which would be like your speciality. If not, then you can just kind of like just go with the vibe of everything and just like witness and enjoy the
I think I do the latter. Yeah, I think I just kind of enjoy the vibe and like enjoy everyone else enjoying themselves and myself as well.
Sure. Okay. In that case, let me have a look here. Would you please roll me Wits Discipline? Wits Oblivion.
Oh.
Okay. You feel yourself like almost unintentionally slipping into that like other state that Sheldon has taught you. Essentially, for anyone watching, which everyone's partying, everyone's high, everyone's having fun, no one notices because it's very, very subtle, but essentially a thin film goes over your eyes of like dark shadow, and your eyes go completely black. And as you look around, you see a few of those spirits that you saw at Sheldon's, just like on the outskirts. They're kind of highlighted, and because you're kind of high, you're not 100% sure they're real. And they're just kind of like gloomily hanging around, just watching this really happy, energetic, full of life rave going on. And like, they're just kind of like, there's one like really far up on like a bit of the ruin, just kind of like looking down. There's another one like in a doorway, like every now and then someone walks through them, like unaware that they're there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Obviously you I'm pretty sure Sheldon told you, but they don't, like, just because you can now see them, it doesn't mean that they are aware that you're aware of them. They don't know they know. So unless you go up and stare at them like face to face, or say try and interact with them in some way, you're just observing. You don't have to worry about them being like, demon witch can see us now, kind of thing. Obviously, Tess, in like from what you've started to piece together of what you can do, it's a bit more a case of like they can see you and tell you're there, etc.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Although I'm not looking for them right now, so.
Yeah, I wasn't, but now that I see them, I'm like curious if they are remnants of the explosion, or I'm like thinking to myself, do I want to investigate or just keep partying? But it is kind of nice to have the practice of using this ability. So I might just kind of like leave it turned on, but walk around and see what I see for a little bit. Like keep dancing around and not necessarily approach any of them, because I don't really want to cause a kerfuffle.
Sure.
But yeah, but I think I just kind of wander around and look around with my slightly drugged but
Okay.
eyes.
Please roll me a composure and resolve. Okay. If you'd like, you can reroll 3 though.
Sure. I don't know if I need to, but
Hey, it's up to you. Okay.
didn't really help me.
So. As Nahari steps away from the position where she was dancing, like in the crowd and in the everything, what you don't notice, but what the view of Nahari sees, is your shadow stays where it is, and a very thin film of like line follows you. It's pretty dark, but with the flashing lights and everything, there's enough to cast a shadow here. And as the crowd like fills the spot where Nahari is, a person steps on the shadow and just stops, like head down, arms by their side, no one notices, and just stands there, unmoving. And as you keep walking, when your foot hits the floor again, another like blob of shadow expands, and stays there as you carry on, and like your shadow keeps going. Another person fills in the gap, steps on a shadow, and just stops. This happens. This happens 3 or 4 times as you like walk around and are moving and everything.
Oh god, I'm gonna kill the entire rave. Do I notice at all?
What I'll say is you feel something different, but you're kind of pretty high, and I feel like it would be like an itch in your brain, but you're so kind of like engrossed in what's in like the now and the party and enjoying yourself and watching everyone like, you know, rave and etc. that it kind of passes by as like oh, my brain itches, that's weird, oh, I'm high, la 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 la.
Oh god. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna kill the entire rave. Great. Well, I mean, if I don't notice, then I would just keep kind of on my merry way and eventually make my way back around to where everyone is.
Okay.
Check on Chris and Tess. Be like, how are you guys doing?
Okay. And
feeling good.
Quite a bit of time has passed, so I will say that you're not all like ecstatically euphoric, but you're still like chill and no cares and enjoying yourself. Still very pretty high. But the party itself is starting to wind down a little bit. It's not as like frantic craziness as it was when it started. So, you know, it's a bit quieter. Nahari's friends are kind of in the area and occasionally have like come around. You've had like kind of throwaway chit chat with them, you know, like especially when you're high, you're just like, oh, I love you, you awesome. And then you wander off, you go, who the fuck was that? So yeah, but I assume, Tess, you've let Claire down from your shoulders, and you know, you're kind of...
Yeah, it would have been like a temporary thing.
Yeah, like gone and done some dancing, and occasionally seen Chris bouncing past like a little bouncy ball.
I would have danced with Chris, or
Oh.
I would have like tried to follow and like dance
Yeah.
with Chris for a little bit just to like see how she's faring.
She's enjoying
yeah,
herself at least, yeah.
Having a great time, yeah.
Yeah, I would have flitted around a little bit.
So we'll say at the point when Nahari turns up, you've probably been chilling for about 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Claire...
If there's part of the building that's like higher up, I probably would have like scaled it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just kind of like surveyed from above.
It doesn't look super safe, but there is a there are some stairs that go up to like a little bit of kind of like ledge and stuff that you can kind of sit on and dangle your legs off and everything. Like I will say, there's a possibility that it's gonna fucking collapse. Just looking at it as high as you
fine.
are. But, so shall we?
That's fine.
Shall we say, as Nahari walks up the stairs towards you both, Chris and Tess are sitting, dangling their legs off it, looking at Claire and the rest of their the rest of Nahari's friends, kind of just in a tight little group, just dancing and, you know, kind of slowly winding down, but still enjoying the night.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, it's very difficult to act high when you've never been high, but do your best. We believe in you.
This is a good idea.
Glad I thought of it.
So glad you guys had fun.
Oh my god! Nahari, this was so good. I love you so much! I'd like grab her face
Yeah,
and
like
be like,
grabs and
"Mwah!"
squishes your face.
I'd kiss her on the mouth too. I'd just be like, I love you!
I'd kiss her right back and be like, you're awesome. I'm so glad you're enjoying this.
I kissed so many people tonight. It was so good.
Good. This is what you need. A little relaxation, a little dancing. And then I like hug Chris with my other hand and I'm like, Chris, I'm so glad you let go and you had a good time and you
Oh, that's
danced.
And
good
you met
time.
Molly.
You did.
Ah,
Isn't she
yeah, I met
lovely?
Molly.
Isn't she the best?
And we'll see tomorrow.
Oh, I mean, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're a vampire. I don't think vampires get hungover. Now, those guys, they'll probably need some big greasy breakfasts, but I'll make sure Matt has some. Matt will take care of them. They'll take care of each other.
At least
Wait,
you get
so,
to
like-
eat some chips.
So who's Matt?
So Matt is this kid that I used to deal to, like back when I was with the ministry and kind of undercover and doing all that. But he was just kind of an easy, fun snack. So I did that, once in a while whenever I was hungry. And he was always good for a party. So I felt like we all needed a party. So we made it happen.
God, and he's friends with Claire too. Like,
I know. He knows a lot of the good drug dealers, actually.
Didn't know Claire was a drug dealer. You'd think that I would know this by now, but
Right? Like I would think I would have recognized it, but she was very like buttoned up and fancy in the store, which is a good skill, right? Really good skill. So I'm glad you're enjoying her company tonight.
God, yeah, she was. She's so different from Castor. Holy shit.
I bet. But hey, now you have two very different people to enjoy. That's
Who
awesome.
can never know about each other.
I'm sure we can make that work.
Just purely because I have to say it. Tess, your brain probably goes, oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's definitely a point where like she just kind of sits, just like, and it's like staring at the crowd, trying to think, like just kind of zoned out for a second. I was like, So yeah.
You could introduce them if you wanted to.
We'll get there. But it would be.
Right?
So did you bang Leah?
Yeah, why
What?
didn't you bring her
No.
with you, actually?
She had some stuff to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
You, right?
No. She
Oh
didn't
my
wanna come
god,
to the
did she hit on
party.
you and ask? Oh my god, I'm gonna text her right now. And I'm
I mean, she
starting
was
to
in my
text Leah.
bed, and then she disappeared in the morning without even saying bye or whatever.
Oh,
And
when
now
she
we're
left me a
good.
really nasty note apparently, and it wasn't you, but
It
actually
wasn't me.
yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I'd say it to your face.
I like threatened to push her off the edge.
Don't joke, it's really high.
You would land on your feet. You're like a cat.
Well, yeah, but it's too cool for these people to see.
Fair point.
Yeah, you were dancing real cool too.
You should make sure Leah sees you dance like this someday. Just
We
at
should
some
maybe
point.
not, because I don't think that it was probably. I had a nice time. Make me regret it.
I probably would have like had a Snapchat or something of us dancing and stuff with Chris. I'd be like, I might have already sent this to her.
Yes,
You were the.
if you were here.
She said it was cute.
Oh, see? She loves
Sorry,
you or likes you.
Very quickly, I have to ask, because it was so well timed. Did I hear a chicken go "Bark" in one of your backgrounds?
No.
I made a high pitched noise.
Oh, okay. No, it was. That was so weird. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, maybe it's a chicken in your background. I mean, I don't know if being described as cute is good.
Take it from someone who's been described as cute before. It's excellent.
Would you be mad if I sleep with Leah?
No, I like expected you guys to sleep together. It's Leah.
She's encouraging you, so why not?
It's not even that I'm encouraging it, it's that I just expect it. But also, I mean, I don't know, you guys seem kind of
We're adorable.
Yeah, you guys can kind of keep
Adorable.
together, I guess. You know.
Smush your face. We're adorable.
Oh, Tess.
You should
And I
take
just,
drugs more often.
Right?
I feel like Chris would probably have laughed at that too. That's just
Yeah,
the
like-
drugs and everything. Like,
Wait, what?
yeah, we're gonna do this more often. I hope.
Yeah, definitely. It's so funny that they decided to have this rave here, of all places. Kind of
It's-
appropriate.
Kind of spooky, but like also super awesome.
There are actually some ghosts hanging about. I saw them earlier when I did my little.
No.
Wait,
we don't
really?
like- no, we don't like them.
Oh,
We don't want to waste time.
Let me look.
Sidebar. At some point, I imagine you've looked at Nahari. She still has fully
Oh, I
black
still
eyes.
have it on.
You
Okay.
still, unless
Girl,
you,
you're
unless
still
you,
looking.
Oh, you've got.
Yeah, it's just
Either
cool
you're
to
super
see.
high, or like your pupils can't go that big, or else you go blind.
Yeah, I was curious. I kind of just wanted to look around. I guess I should probably turn it off.
Well, I want to look. Can I look? Can I look at the ghosties?
yeah.
I think you have your own way to
I
do
wanna
it.
look. I'm saying that to like Nahari.
Oh,
and, like,
sorry, I thought
Chris.
you were
Yeah,
asking
I was
me.
like,
I mean,
can I look at the ghosties? Please, 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 please.
can we
please,
come back
please.
and do it? Cause
No, I want to do it now.
Just don't fall off, okay? And I think I would actually turn it off so that I could make sure she doesn't fall off.
Okay.
Okay, just make sure I don't fall, because I lose control of my skin suit. So just...
Yeah.
All right,
I
one
would
second.
just like focus
like
and
holding a
it-
leg on the sat down. Like
Yeah,
like-
we're just like holding me down for a second.
and just put like a hand on her
Or
her
maybe I'll just
arm or
like lie
something.
back a sec, or just like lean back,
Yeah.
and then
And I would-
I
would
imagine
just
she's just like
focus it
flopped
in.
over Nahari and Chris's laps. Like,
Yeah.
I'm laying
Mhm.
down here.
Tess, please roll me your resolve
discipline.
discipline for Sede.
Yeah.
Also, Nahari, can I just get
Oh, for
a
fuck's
little?
sake.
Would you like to reroll?
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll. Oh.
Nahari, could I just get like your kind of like mood and vibe at the moment, like what you're feeling here at the moment?
I think I'm sort of chilling. Like I had no idea that my shadow did anything, so I feel like I'm pretty in control because
Yeah.
I got all these people all happy and everything is good. So I'm chilling, but I definitely like I want to focus to turn it off, and
Yeah.
I'm like happy that I was able to practice it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I kind of would just like be calm and kind of centered, but still a little high.
Okay.
So that's a 4 for me.
4. Okay. That's a 3. No, sorry, that's a 4 because
Nope,
I
it's a
didn't see
4.
the hunger. Yep. So, you kind of chill, and the music's a bit more relaxed. It's not as beaty and as bumpy now, so it's a little easier with your still fairly high brain to kind of go into that state of like. I'm not going to call it meditation because it's very much not meditation, but essentially when you open your eyes, you're kind of like just off to the side of your body, standing up on the little outcropping bit, looking out over the dancing and stuff. Everyone's kind of like muted and grey, and like kind of like those slow motion rate, where everyone's like moving in slow motion but very clearly like still bopping and dancing and everything. Roll me a wits, Sire, please.
Okay. Holy shit. That's a crit, so that's 7.
7. So you see, okay, yeah. You see, the aforementioned spirit or ghost or whatever that is up on the wall. And you see the one at the doorway, and there's another one like kind of off towards the river, a little bit out of your sight range almost, but you can see like the like outline and the glow of it. And you see that they're like still and not moving, and you see this like kind of white, it's hard to tell from this distance, but essentially it seems like they're kind of like threaded to the ground, or to like the wall that they're standing on. For the one on the wall, it's just like little threads, almost like they've been sewn like lightly into the floor.
Whoa. These are the people that are, or the ghosts that are up on like the wall and like around there?
The one on the wall, the one by the door, and the one out by, maybe the one out by the river. You can't really tell, it's a bit too far away. And as you keep looking over, you pick up the more actual people who are threaded. There's like probably 4 or 5 people who are completely still at random points in the crowd, who are like, you see the threads like coming off like their hands and like their back and their neck and their head, and it all kind of like threaded to the ground. It looks essentially like white thread that slowly like descends into the ground and turns like gray and then black and then just like.
I'm gonna go over to one of them on the ground, like the people, I guess, because that's super weird. And I just want to look at the thread, I guess, like up close. Just keeping an eye out on other things.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough. You walk through and they're just like kind of head down, eyes closed. No one's paying them any attention, but the threads kind of like come up from this. Essentially, what you can tell it's almost like black sticky tar that's like kind of pooled below them, and then these like tendrils have come up from it and are like essentially like attach themselves to the people.
Interesting. The white thread part, are they like, is it just like kind of stuck at the person, or is it like wrapped around?
So like, are you wanting to get in proper close to like investigate this essentially?
Yeah, I'm trying to go like right up close.
Okay, so yeah, it seems to essentially just be like a spider, you know, like Spider-Man, where he fights it,
just like
it like sticks onto people, so it's a bit like that, yeah.
I am going to try to like twang one of the part of it, but the white part of it, like close to where the hand is or something for somebody.
Yeah. Nahari, like the muscle in your arm, like there, just twitches like an involuntary muscle twitch, which is something that can't happen to Kindred. You have control over your bodies and muscles, like you can't you don't have muscle twitches and things like that.
So question, she didn't physically go to one of these people, her astral
yeah. Which
right,
you can't,
I don't know
you
what
can't,
she's doing.
Yeah, you can't see that.
Yeah.
You have an idea of what she's doing. You haven't really spoken about what you can both do really to each other, so you don't know the details of it. All you know is she's doing something similar to when you drop the shadow over your eyes.
Yeah. So I think I would notice and be like, whoa. And I'd say to Chrys, I think she's doing something. I don't know
No,
what
he's
though.
doing something.
Yeah, but it's like having an effect on me. You ever get those sort of like muscle twitches? We don't get those anymore as Kindred, but I just had one. Weird. Like I can
If nothing bad happens to me, I'm gonna twang like a leg one.
Whoa! It just happened to my leg too.
Tess, stop twanging the like.
Just to let you know, it would still be in your like arm.
Oh, would it?
This
Okay.
type of, yeah.
Okay. So
You're doing something.
I'm so curious to ask her when she comes back.
I'm gonna twang like a back one, or like a neck one.
Finger type muscles still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Definitely
you don't know, like, it's you don't know the details of what it's doing, or that it's even affecting anything. And just sidebar,
Yeah.
you don't know this is Nahari. Like, you
Oh
couldn't-
yeah, no, I'm just like,
yeah,
what the fuck is this?
It's like a weird spirity thing. Probably just to color what I imagine you're thinking, would be something to do with the actual spirits themselves.
Yeah. Well, I also am just like, oh, this isn't good because these are real people. I'm like
Yeah.
the one on one of their hands. I'm gonna pull on it and see if it detaches at all. Like not hard enough to like hurt somebody, but just to see like what the tension is on it.
Yeah. Okay. Please give me a. Wits and Sede.
Oh my god, it's another crit. So that's 5.
Nahari. I can't remember what yours is off the top of my head.
You mean Oblivion?
Yes.
Wits Discipline?
Please give me a Wits Oblivion.
Wits Oblivion. Okay.
Yes, so Wits Discipline. So.
Okay. Can I re-roll that, please?
Sure. I will tell you that even if you get 3 successes, you'll need a crit to even if you get 3 successes with your 3 rolls, you'll need a crit to equal what Tess rolled. So it's pretty difficult to.
I mean, I guess I'll try it. It probably won't.
I didn't realize
it's
she's
even-
rolling against me. Like,
I don't know what it will do. Okay, I'm just not gonna roll. I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay. Yeah. You take one off. It just kind of like as you pull it off, it kind of withers to gray, and then like crumbles to dust and like disappears in your hand.
Do I feel anything?
interesting. Okay. Are there any spirits that aren't tied down?
There's only 3 around here, so
Oh,
this is
okay.
the 3 that you see at least.
But these are spirits. No, these are the people, right? Like
The
that were on the
person,
dance
yeah,
floor.
you went over to one of the people, probably just the closest one to you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to go over to the spirit then,
Which one?
or one of the spirits that maybe the one by the door.
The door. Okay.
Yeah, because that's probably the easiest one to get to, right? So.
So the spirit, it's as you go over to it, the spirit itself is much like the other spirits you saw, kind of like, you know, outlined and everything, except for this one is its eyes are completely filmed over with black.
Tell me who you are. Nothing.
It's essentially
Sounds like a dead spirit or like
and-
a puppet spirit.
a little bit different from the ones you saw before. They seem to be a little bit ethereal, or like like see-through.
Oh no. Okay. Do they have mass? Like if I try, do I want to try to touch it? No, I'm not gonna.
Incidentally, you're completely clear-headed now.
Yeah, that, I mean, I figured.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. It's tied down too, right?
It's threaded to the it's got the same like tar like puddle underneath it.
I'm gonna try to just twang another one, not try to break it, just like
Okay.
twang one of the arm ones to see if it's any different.
No. It
Okay.
seems the same. Although I like Nahari, you haven't felt anything for a while, just FYI.
Okay. I will return back to my body.
Okay.
Wow. Am I a little high again?
Yeah. You're still high.
Yeah.
What'd you see? Were you doing anything? Because I felt something. Like almost a muscle twitch in my hand.
A few times.
Did?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I'm going to assume that you like.
I'll relay the whole thing.
Yes, but also probably at some point one of you will look at Nahari's shadow.
Oh yeah,
as in,
Yeah,
like-
like looking around at each other. Like,
Yeah, like, as you're looking around, you'll probably notice this at this point, because you're a bit less high, and like the situation is such that I just imagine it would be a thing. I don't really feel like there's a role needed for it. Nahari, you don't. And let's say Tess, you look at it. Nahari does not have a shadow. She has a tiny, thin, like line of darkness where her shadow should be that leads off down the stairs.
Your shadow's up to something.
Great. I'm still.
You feel good.
I feel good?
You feel good. Like you just eaten.
Oh, crap. And I'm full. Okay, I think I would try to pull it back to home.
Okay.
I don't know what it was doing. But
I would have relayed the lines, like the white string kind of lines and stuff, and I was like, some of your friends are got it, and then I like broke one of them, and it kind of like disappeared, and then there was also like a really ghosty kind of shadow over there, but it had like its eyes glazed over and all black, and then like I twanged that one too, and that was like a few minutes ago, maybe. I don't know. Time is an illusion. And so there we have that one over there. And
do you recognize any of them?
Nahari, what's Oblivion, please, as you try to get a control over your shadow.
well, oh fuck.
That one I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
I didn't recognize any of them, but that one over there, and I will point to like where they kind of were, and there was another one over there, and then that one by the door. Those ones are all kind of like, I don't know. They wouldn't answer or look at me or see me or anything. And then the other ones were like the people, and I like look and I'm just like, can I see if there's standing still or whatever? Or
yeah, they're standing still.
It's like, you see, they're not moving.
Maybe they're just.
No, Chrys, look. And I'm like, I like take her head and I'm like, there, the three.
Nahari, you experience when you try and like recall your shadow, like you haven't been thinking about it or paying attention to it, but now that it's called attention to you, you're like, oh yeah, no, I can kind of feel that shadow manipulation's going on right now. When you try and get it back under control and get it to essentially stop doing whatever the hell it's doing and coming back to just being your shadow, you feel like a rush of like golden liquid through your veins, and like your head is just assaulted by like pure euphoria, like so much better than pills and shit like that.
Jeez.
And like you feel strong and
so
powerful and like,
I think my shadow is trying to manipulate me. Which I'm the one that's good at this. Damn it. Do you think you could... I don't want to hurt anyone. I can't seem to quite get it under control. Why not maybe go back in and try and disconnect them? I'm just gonna lay here for a minute.
Okay.
I'll just hold.
But
you
if
both.
I die, I'm coming back to haunt you. And
It's just like Peter Pan and the shadows.
Don't die.
and-
Don't do anything. Like
Don't-
if you feel bad, come back.
You've already done
I'm
that.
okay
Don't-
with being Wendy. She's hot, or Tinkerbell, whatever.
I think you're Wendy because you're sewing this shadow back on.
Neither of them are ghosts for the record, but okay.
So I'll like, I guess we'll put Nahari down, like in like just sit her back
Both
down.
sat, and Chris is like, "I'm holding on to both of you."
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, Nahari's probably fine because she's laid back and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
it's
like
still-
laid back and I start patting
Oh
her.
yeah.
Chris is still,
Yeah.
holding on.
Just
to
like
both.
drunkenly just like stroke my hair or something. Or trying to braid it or you know, like how drunk girls are just like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll like focus and try to go back in.
Okay. Just FYI and for the record, there is a slight kind of like lightheaded. I wouldn't call it intoxication. It is intoxicating, but it doesn't intoxicate you. It's just like it's like if someone took pure happiness and life and just like injected it into your veins, kind of shit. That you're currently doing.
For me or for Nahari?
For Nahari. So
Okay, yeah.
it doesn't get you higher or drunker. It just
Feels really good.
yeah.
Which
Probably is very distracting and enjoyable, but you know.
Yeah, but I also like I when Tess said that she was worried, I was like, okay, hold on. Could I turn the sight back on so I could at least see her and what she's doing?
Sure. Yeah. Again, roll me your oblivion.
Better. Do I need to re-roll that? Probably.
You can re-roll that if you would like.
Yeah.
You can certainly try. The 3.
So technically, you can only re-roll 2. And
sorry.
technically speaking, I would take the first 2, but what I'll say is re-roll 2. We won't count those 3.
Okay.
So you have a chance to succeed, or like get some more successes.
Thank you.
Oh, I am too nice.
Thank you, Shimi.
So yeah, the film descends over your eyes again as you kind of like pull the shadow over your eyes. And all you can see is fireworks and dancing lights, and because A, you're lying down, B, you're staring into the stars essentially, because there's no roof on this burnt out factory place, warehouse. And the stars are like bursting in like multicolored like lights and etc. Like it is, yeah.
Wow, this is so pretty.
Chris is like, like no idea what she's seeing or.
Poor Chris had one really good hit of Molly there, and then she's like, it's worn off, and everyone's still super high. She's like, well, fuck, like.
We're still hungry, like.
She's like, fuck, do I just get some more? Like,
Still plenty
am
good
I-
around.
am I able to slip into the Sire? Or do I need to roll for it?
Yes, you would need to roll to get back into it.
Okay. Fucking hell, nice. 4.
Not a crit this time. Okay.
Not a crit.
Yeah. You find yourself as ethereal as ever when you did, and just standing next to where you were.
Oh god. Sober brain. And I'm looking around for
You are a little bit like you are a little bit like, I didn't really explain that as well as I should have. It was a bit esoteric and vague, and you know,
I got it though. I figured it's like
Yeah,
out
it's
of
just
body.
once you get back out of drunk body or like high body, you're like, oh yeah, well that was okay, but I could have explained that better.
No, I got you. Okay, so I'll just kind of like shake my head a second and just be like, okay, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And I'll look for Nahari's like the thread of her shadow and just kind of look to where it leads.
Okay. So it essentially goes down the stairs, and it's in like when you look at Nahari's shadow when you're just you in your body and not incorporeal or ethereal or whatever. It looks like just a dark line. It's just a shadow. Here it's a bit more like occasionally you see little bubbles like whoop. And it looks more sticky and it looks more kind of like liquid tar type. And it just kind of goes down and there's like a fair patch of it. It's hard to tell because there's people moving around. But there's like a fair patch of it that kind of like splits off into smaller like again thin parts, and there's another patch that splits off into thin parts.
Okay. Are there any that don't lead to people?
Just the ones that lead to the spirits.
Okay. Damn, look at all these raids. It's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look at Nahari, actually.
Okay.
And just kind of like wave at her and see if she sees me.
I think I would have probably sat up just so I could try to look for her.
Sure. Yeah.
And see if I see anything. So can I see Tess? Can I see any of the people or my shadow or anything?
Yeah, you can like your shadow looks like your shadow to you. Just as it always does. You can see the spirits.
But I don't see the threads.
You can see the like the little puddles of shadow beneath a few like spirits and beneath the people and stuff. You can't see any of these like light threads that Tess was
and I
talking
can't
about.
see Tess.
You can't see Tess, no.
Okay. So I would just
for Tess, you can see Nahari looking around. At no point does her eyes like fall on you. Like her eyes just go straight past or through you.
Oh shit. Okay. Her shadow's not like behind her at all, I'm guessing.
No.
Is it? All right.
The guy.
Like the guy, yeah.
No. Nowhere to be seen. You know what? Are you looking for the guy, or are you just looking for the guy behind her?
No, I'm looking for the guy. Like, I look at her, and I'm looking, like, I'm following the trail and seeing, like, if he's anywhere near it, and then kind of, like, expanding my search.
You're looking for him?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me Wits Awareness then, please.
I think I would be looking at the people where the little shadow puddles are, just trying to see if anything changes.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll 3.
Sure. Wow, I'm really burning through your rerolls today, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's
so that's a 3
successes. You don't see any sign of him, like looking around and trying to pick him out of the crowd, or like if he's around anywhere. You don't see him. He probably would stand out because everyone else is very grayed out to you, very
I know, and that's why I'm feeling like he's fucking hiding from me or something. I'll be like, if it's still kind of muted or whatever, I'll be like, hey, Nahari's shadow. Come out, wherever you are. I'm like looking around.
And your voice kind of like echoes. You haven't spoken much when you're like this. So when
Yeah.
you speak, like there's there's maybe like a dull thump from the music, but it's very, very muted. Essentially, this place you're in is like it's very, everything about it's muted because there's not much sound. You see people moving, and it's all kind of like it's like knocks on the door. You know, like at the other side of a house. It's like, did I hear something? Maybe I'm not sure. So when you say something, it kind of
Loudly echoes.
like bones against like marble. It like it like knocks and echoes off. And
Hello. God damn it! Show yourself. I'm going to go over to one of the people that's like tied down. And I'm going to snap another one of on the guy that I'd snapped the previous one. I'm going to snap another one of the wire or the threads.
Okay. Please roll me a is it wit, sorry? No, sorry, this would actually be this would be resolve, sorry. Oh,
Okay.
that was a mistake from earlier.
That's all right. Okay, that's a 3.
3? Okay. As you take hold of it, like you didn't notice last time, but this time you feel like almost like a drain on your, you know, like you feel just a moment, like when you touch it and grab onto it, you feel like a moment of like lethargy, where like your whole body is like bone weary, which passes like after like a second it passes. And Nahari, could you actually no, sorry, not Nahari. Someone else needs to do this. Okay, so it's
Huh.
Yeah, the thread comes off.
If you don't come out, I'll just get rid of all of them.
The so
I almost want to try rolling to command them.
to give you an idea, because you're obviously not looking through your own eyes, you're experiencing the world in a different perspective, in almost like an ethereal body, essentially. The world you see is kind of night vision grayscale, so there's no light or dark. Like the stars in the sky are just white, they're not shining. The moon itself is just white, there's no shine. So a lot of what you see is kind of light or dark gray. Shades of gray, essentially, is you know. But you start to notice that all of the grays are slowly getting darker. So essentially it feels like a shadow is falling over like whatever light source is here.
I'm gonna look up, I guess.
Yeah. It's like even the stars in the sky are kind of like dimming and going from like white to like lighter gray, and it's very, very slow process.
Can I try to roll command, actually? Like I do want to. I didn't have to do it before. That was the thing. So that's why I'm kind of like.
You've never tried to do it before.
Well, I did it in my dream. Okay, I'm gonna try to use like compel with irresistible voice.
Okay.
to try to command.
This.
Because I don't even need to see him.
Well, this will be manipulation, Sire.
Okay. Okay.
For those of you watching who are like, what the hell is Sire? It's something custom that has come about because of the unique situations that I have we have come upon in our own VTM campaign. It's not something canon lore of VTM.
It's homebrew. I got a 4.
What'd you say?
I got a 4.
No.
What did I say? Show yourself. To me, actually.
Okay. So you're essentially standing next to one of the people at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Not one of the spirits.
No, the people.
Okay. Essentially, you have a moment where in real time, as opposed to like slow motion like everything else is, all of the people turn and look at you, and open their eyes, and or like it's harder for the spirits because you're not close to them, but essentially the spirits do the same, and they all have like this, like pure black film over their eyes.
Huh. So that's where you're hiding. Okay.
Do I see anything when this happens?
You see the people move if you're looking at the people.
Something is happening, but I have no idea what.
If I that probably would have startled me a little bit. So if I take a step to the side, do their eyes and heads still follow me?
And it is still getting darker. Like all light greys are fading to mid grey, all mid grades are fading to dark grey, and all dark greys are fading to black. There's probably aspects of the floor especially that are just a void of dark of like blackness.
Let me just think a second, because I know like Tess would probably be a little quicker on the ball with this, but like,
why don't you all take a moment to talk about this? Because she needs to pee really badly.
Yeah.
Spooky.
What the fuck, you guys? Okay.
This is spooky.
Okay. So
But remember how Nahari said, "Don't get yourself into trouble."
You're not supposed to.
This is getting myself into trouble. You know,
Yeah,
Tess is gonna
I
do that
know.
anyway. So like, okay, so here's my choices right now. Okay, so one of them is just to go back to my body and be like, hey, you need to get your fucking boy under control. And he's darkening everything and taking, I think he might be like sapping life or something from people and spirits and shit, because at that point, like at this point I can see that like the drain if I touch the thing. So that's number one. Number two is snapping all the fucking things from at least one of the people to see if they get free.
It's gonna like have the weariness for Tess every single time.
Every time,
Yeah.
which is like how many strings on
There's
each person.
tons. There's at least 3 or 4 people, so probably telling me is the better bet.
Yeah, but you're super high, and you just told me to go in and ask and try to fix it or try to help.
Well,
so
but if you come out and you tell me what you saw, maybe I could try again. Maybe I could. I am wearing the bracelet, and I totally forgot about it before.
And like
so maybe,
Spooky Boy is inside the people.
Like that'll make me think of the bracelet, and then I could maybe do something. I don't know, because I don't know what the bracelet does. So maybe I would just try something.
The one other thing I would try to do is command to let them go.
Yeah.
You could.
So that's, I think I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
And then if it either doesn't work or something happens or something, I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
get the fuck out of there.
Oh,
So if it doesn't work,
okay, figured out what we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do a similar command thing, and I'm gonna say, let them go.
Interesting. Okay. Please roll me your resolve Sire again.
Resolve Siri or manipulation Siri?
Resolve, sorry.
Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. It's 2.
Do you have any more rerolls left?
I have 1 more reroll.
You can reroll it if you like.
Okay, it's a 3.
Okay. One thing I'll give you is, as it's getting darker, you start to notice, at least from the parts of the factory that are like open, including the sky and also parts of the horizon, like you see like essentially a completely black dome, or what you're going to essentially assume is a dome, like slowly fading in. So it kind of like fades, it like slides in through the stars and the moon. It like fades in through the horizon, and slowly you see like a tree disappear into it, and it's still very, very slow, but it's essentially centering on this area as far as you can tell, and is essentially like closing in. At the same time, roll me wit, sorry, please.
Okay. 1. I don't have any other rerolls.
Oh god.
So this comes as a surprise to you, and you don't. I imagine the first you notice anything is a very light breeze just kind of whiffs your hair very slightly, and you like feel it across your forehead. It's like it's cold, which again, like you don't have. There's no wind here.
Yeah.
There's no.
It would strike me as odd.
Yeah, there's no real heat or sensations of temperature really. And the person who was in front of you, like staring at you, the black shadow like fades from their eyes. And all the like tendrils that are holding them, like kind of wither and fade off, and the guy that you see essentially like crumbles and like floats off in dust.
Oh fuck.
And right in front of you as he crumbles away, it reveals like quite small, but like hackles standing up, like fur kind of like spiked and angry, pure silver and like shining light, is a wolf.
Hi.
Like emerald eyes kind of staring at you. It's probably about.
I know you.
Probably about like just above waist height. Quite a small.
I feel like I know you.
And their eyes like remove themselves from yours as the head like turns, and the wolf like walks up to another one of the people who's standing there, like the neck like outstretches, and it almost looks like a breath, and they just crumble, and all the bits of shadow and light just crumble away, and they crumble and go into dust and disappear. For Nahari and Chrys, essentially what you'll see as this is happening is people randomly just falling to the floor like their strings are cut.
Oh dear.
I think I'm gonna go check on the first one that falls.
And there's
so
a bit of like a hubbub going on, where people are starting to be like, oh my god, you know, like, what's happening? And
Tess, what did you do?
Can't hear. I'm still.
I know, it's just like
very
shaking her
involved with
body
this
a little
dog.
bit. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Do we see? So like I'm like about to go over there, but if there are people around them, I don't really want to get in the middle of that because I don't really want to draw attention to us. don't know what's happening. She's still out. Damn it.
Also,
I
if
think I
you
would-
both go down there, then you leave Tess by herself.
Yeah, no, Chris is
Yeah.
staying with Tess. Like, it's time to stop doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I think I would have started to go, but I would have stopped once I realized that there are people like gathering around the person because
Does
Like, I
Nahari
don't
still
wanna-
have spooky eyes on? With the black light
Currently,
looking?
yeah, currently.
I
Yeah,
imagine she wouldn't have turned them
and
off.
Yeah,
do I
Nahari.
see anything?
You see your shadow just kind of like as as the people start to drop. Just sidebar, Tess, while you're like watching, the wolf will go up to a couple more people and like extend the neck, breathe on them, and like all the tendrils that are holding them crumble away, and then they crumble into kind of like it's almost like sand that has been wetted, and it just kind of like crumbles apart.
They're not dead, are they? This fucking shadow. I think I guess I'll follow it around and just kind of like
Okay.
observe it as it does it.
So I think I would have. So I started down to go to the person, but then they're surrounded by a group, so I probably would have stopped, not too far from Tess and Chris, and then seeing them not getting up and Chris being like, "Your eyes," I think I would have grabbed hold of my bracelet, which is under that cuff,
Okay.
and just tried really hard to focus and pull the control of the shadow. Again.
It's warm.
The bracelet? I don't know what that means. Yeah. I think I would say to Chris, I don't know what's happening, but something is happening, and I would try to get control again.
Okay.
Sorry, it's raining now.
So do
We
I
can't
just
hear it. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, now we can.
Yeah, whenever I talk, you'll be able to hear it. So
That's awesome. It's so loud.
Wow, yeah.
It's so cool. Oh man, it sounds like a really nice downpour.
it's very pleasant to sit in here when it's happening.
So you want to get control of your shadow again?
Yeah.
What do you want it to do?
Just come back to me and not do anything else.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
It does? I don't even have to roll? Okay. So using the bracelet maybe helped me? Oh god. I think that worked. And then I would turn around and go to Tess and just put a hand on her and kind of like try to get her to wake up.
Well, Tess.
Chris was giving her a bit of a shake and like, oh, so-
I'm obsessed with this wolf. I'm just like, yo, my boy, like from a dream. Oh shit, this is. I'm just following him around, being like, what are you doing? What is this?
Tess.
Mhm.
There is a moment where everything kind of snaps back to the same shades of grey and everything, like the darkness immediately like just dissipates and recedes and is gone. At the same time, if you have any like awareness of the spirits, they just fade. Like they go slowly more and more transparent and just disappear. All the tendrils like snap off, and the tar just like bubbles like snakes really quickly away from the last remaining person, who immediately like turns and their hand like shoots out towards your neck, at the same time as the wolf like leans forward and blows on them, and they just like freeze and then crumble and disappear.
Whoa. Thank you. I'd probably like if that's the last one, I'd like offer like a hand, I guess, to the wolf.
Okay. The wolf kind of like pauses for a second. I would call it almost side-eyeing you as you like hold your hand out, and then like its head moves, and then its body like follows as it just like starts walking off away from all these people and this place.
Whoa, wait. You're just gonna leave? I don't know anything about this. I want to learn and make sure that I'm not going to get into trouble so that you don't have to come and help me and save my life again, because I'm pretty sure I was going to die. Can you just give me a chance?
Keeps going.
Come on. And I like start running after it, like kind of stubborn. I try to like go in front of it and be like, hold on. Just wait a second. Hear me out. I think we're supposed to know each other.
Just a little bit of info as you like run out of the as you run out of the kind of building area following the wolf. Like right in front of you, kind of a ways away, but right in front of you is just a wall of trees. Like very like filled with leaves at the top, and it's just like lines and lines and lines of trees. And as you like run out following the wolf, the trees like start slowly but also picking up speed like reasonably quickly, moving towards you.
Oh fuck. Hold on. No. And I'm just gonna stop and I'll just be like.
The wolf keeps going.
Do I know who this is?
I mean, Gravestone had black fur. The one you know had black fur and red eyes.
I can't tell if you're related to Gravestone or if you're related to werewolves or both, okay? Like, I just need to know where to get more information.
And the wall of trees, as it's coming towards you, doesn't slow down, but essentially, like, some of the trees, like, file out and open up into, like, this kind of curved, hooked beak-type look, and then reach out and like enclose the wolf, and then like recede back into the woods.
Fuck's sake.
And they are gone.
Well, thank you. And I'll just turn around and I guess just return to my body.
You open your eyes. There is panic and concern. The music's been cut. People are talking about calling for an ambulance and the police. And a lot of people are starting to run off because there's a drug-fueled rave that's been going on. And when the police are called, people get in trouble for taking drugs and etc. It's not much time has passed, like maybe 10 to 30 seconds since the first person fell. But there's about 5 or 6 people who've just collapsed. And I'm assuming, I'm assuming, Nahari, that you haven't got close to them enough to see if they're, like, alive or breathing or what, so...
No, I think as soon as Tess opens her eyes, I would say, I'm not sure what you did, but thank you for trying. I think we should get out of here.
I think it's time to leave.
Yeah, we gotta
I think I have control again, in theory, but let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's.
You guys essentially you wanna leg it and get back.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I know where Claire is. Like, I just want to.
She's nowhere to be seen, but essentially, Nahari and Chris, you would have seen her peg it like pretty damn quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Smart girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are aware that she does deal drugs, so she probably grabbed her stash and fucking
Dipped.
yeah.
I just wanted. Yeah, she was like the one person I just wanted to make sure I'd be like, she's probably good, but I'll keep just a wary eye.
Instantly, same with your friends, Nahari. Like the majority of them just dipped, but Matt kind of like waved and was like,
Yeah. Bye.
"You're probably like, yeah, that's good idea. I don't want to do
exactly.
whatever."
And I think I would have forgotten about him until I saw him, and then I would have been like, oh, good, he's not one of them. Great. And then just tried to get Tess and Chris to
Pull
get the hell
Tess
out
off.
of there.
Let's go down the stairs and out.
Skedaddle. Time to skedaddle.
Okay. Just a little bit of extra info as you're walking back. Nahari, do with this as you will. You notice a few ethereal, floaty spirits. Like, one of them crosses the road, like by the bridge in front of you before you get to it. They're kind of like in the distance and just roaming around. But you do.
Because I still haven't turned it off,
you,
right?
You have turned it off, yeah.
Oh, I have turned it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I can see them with it off. Interesting. I'm seeing them now without my powers on. We'll talk about it when we get home. Let's go.
Great, super great. Great. Cool.
At least you had a good time, right, Chris?
And then like 6 people died, probably.
Well, we don't know if they died. They were getting help. We'll find out later, I'm sure. Hopefully they didn't die. I don't know. At least I maybe got control back with the bracelet.
Is that what you did?
Well, I don't know. I think.
Did it happen all of a sudden? Because all of a sudden,
Yeah.
fucking shit cleared up. Yeah, your boy was getting a wee bit out of control there.
This
I'm
is
like deliberately
healthy.
looking at her shadow, like almost like who the fuck you, man?
Which, by the way, has turned back to normal. Just follows her movements and in the streetlight and everything, like usual.
I need to remember to use this thing. Jeez.
So, I will say that you get back and you unlock the salon, go in, lock it up, go down to the basement. It was locked, yes.
I do want to say, no, like on the way back, making sure like there's no one sort of. It was a sketchy situation. Let's keep an eye out for anyone around, like following us.
Fair enough.
With the one time we can check.
Anyone who wants to be on guard, please roll me wits awareness.
We never roll it, and I'm like, I think about it, but
I'm
this
gonna roll it this time.
Well, also for a long time, none of you were checking for ghosts and shit. So.
yeah, now we're all like heckin' spook.
No, it's like, oh my god, are there ghosts
It's a
everywhere? It's
4.
like,
Yeah.
I got
Only
4.
ghosts in Weirgate, like no. I got a 3.
You don't notice
I hate that phrase. Like.
anything.
It's the worst.
So you unlock and you go down to the basement. There's couches and beanbag, etc. I will say it does feel a little bit less full without Cassius and without Conan. At this point, there's just hairs.
The foxes.
And the foxes. Yeah, at this point, there's just hairs all over the beanbag chair because Conan would. It was either Conan or Mac would sleep in that. So and Marlowe. And
I'd probably start cleaning, like out of character, like for Tess. I'd probably start cleaning, just out of frustration and kind of anxiety.
Yeah.
I think I would go to the kitchen and make some kind of snack for her. And then like walk over to her and be like, what did you see?
I'm gonna get a piece of paper out and I'm gonna draw like that.
Yeah, looks like a wolf with its hackles up, quite small. I'm assuming you're not drawing them like big and.
Oh, I was drawing the people with the strings.
Oh, the
attached
people.
first.
Then yes, that's
Yeah.
you basically see kind of like almost like clay warriors, except for with with their head down and like motionless, like these strings of shadow. You can't really do white on a white piece of paper, so.
I mean,
like,
I would take like
yeah, like
I don't know,
kinda-
a piece of like whiteout or something. Or,
yeah,
or
yeah, okay.
Chalk.
So it's kind of like white fading to darkness, and then it's kind of like this bubbly tar.
That's what your boy was doing. Not just to spirits, but to the 3 people that were there.
Damn it. I have to get control of him. What happened when like did something happen to one of the people? Because they started dropping, and that's when I remembered the bracelet and pulled it back. But they dropped before I did that. So it wasn't me.
Did
Well-
they drop before they did that? Or was that when you used the bracelet?
I used the bracelet after we saw the first person drop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to snap the strings.
So to
And-
give you a decent time frame on it, essentially people started to drop quite quickly as Gravestone was going from one to the other.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I would tell her like I started to snap the strings and then this wolf showed up.
Wolf? Huh.
I'd fucking sketch out the wolf or whatever. Wolf.
Silver, emerald eyes, smaller than. But it's like kind of like almost wolf-sized. Interestingly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Looked like a legit wolf, but spirity and green eyes and shit.
If only we knew a spirit wolf guy.
Yeah, you guys have talked about it before, but I don't really know that much about it.
But they don't look the same. That's the thing. Gravestone was black with red eyes and enormous. This guy was like white with green eyes and small. And I even asked, I was like, hey,
Silver,
like,
not white.
That's how Tess would have said it, I guess. Like it's, and I even asked it. I was like, hey, are you related to werewolves or Gravestone? And it just like kept walking into the woods.
Tess, please roll
Yeah.
me an intelligence occult.
Not my best, but I will do it.
But you do have some.
I have 2. I rolled a 2.
I think that's just about enough. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a hint. As you say that last sentence, a word pulls you up, and you're like, something about what I just said.
What did I just say? Fuck. ADHD, man. Okay. What that I asked him if he was related to werewolves or
Yeah, you asked him, yeah.
yeah, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah. So as you say that, you're like, wait. Something about that. What I just said.
I'm gonna look in the book. Oh wait, no. Was there a book on Gravestone that I pulled?
You're all still a little bit high, by the way, so your thoughts are a little bit fleeting and
Book. Where's the book? I'm like looking for my books.
Which book are you looking for?
All of them. I'm high.
Right. You find you find all of them because they're in a stack of where you last left them.
Books. Gravestone. Swore werewolves, and I'm like trying to go through them.
Gravestone.
I just hand her food while she does this.
I don't even take it with my hands. I'm just like, ah.
Yeah.
Chris is just sort of leaning against the table like, I don't know what's happening.
Help
I'm gonna let
me!
her- Well, I don't know what you're doing.
And I'm like taking books and like giving them to her. I'm like, look for the
Yeah.
Gravestone one.
So 1 second. Let's just roll me a d6, Vandy,
Oh
please.
gosh. A 6. I'm assuming that's.
So you receive Helios and Luna, French 19th century text. It's in French.
I don't speak this.
Nahari, do you speak French?
Don't think so.
You do not.
No, I don't. I'm sure we can find someone to translate though,
No, I'm still looking.
or use the computer. I could probably translate it with a program at some point. It would just take some time.
So the majority of these are either like the problem is Cassius translated them or got help translating them, but it's in Cassius
Notes.
like, so he understood a lot of it. He didn't translate all of it. Like the more important ones, like the notes for you, were obviously done. But also he took a lot of his translation stuff with him because he may need them. So you have like notes like translated, like every now and then there's like, oh, this is interesting, from Cassius, but it's no description of why it's interesting.
I'm gonna.
Do you want to, if you
text?
Yeah,
Cass,
I was gonna say,
actually.
do you wanna?
Yeah, I'm gonna text Cass and ask him if he has a translation of Helios and Luna.
But I'll tell you now, you won't receive a reply, so you can kind of.
I fucking figured. So I'm just gonna send it and be like, if he brings it back or gives me an answer tomorrow, whatever, I don't care. And I'm gonna keep looking for like more things about just.
I think I would take that book from her and be like, let's put this one aside. I'll maybe try to work on it when I'm less inebriated.
Do you guys know there's no gravestones? There's no graveyard in Weirgate at all? I'm like still looking through the books.
Or the surrounds.
Or the surrounding area. Just none. Gone. Just never existed.
Weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Where
Okay.
do they put all the dead bodies?
Crematorium?
All of them though? I mean,
I don't think there's no crematorium either, is there?
Oh, there is at the there's one in the morgue in the hospital. And there's
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like they usually, even if you cremate someone, you just have a grave, just something to mark death. Oh. Ooh.
what thought are you having?
Mark death. Gravestone marks death. If those 3 people are dead, that.
also 5, if you're talking about the people at the party.
Yeah, but weren't there 3 people that were attached by strings?
5.
Oh.
Just,
I thought there were 3. Okay, I thought there were 3.
We're throwing different numbers around anyway. I think Chris said 6 earlier.
If the so I'd just be like, if the 5 people at the rave, if we hear that they're dead, I think I found.
Would you like to reach out quickly and see if anyone knows anything about it?
I might text Claire.
I was thinking. Well, yeah, you could text Claire. It's been like a good 40+ minutes at this point. So
yeah, I might just text Matt and be like, "Hey, made it home okay? That was crazy."
Wait, was Matt one of the ones who got attached?
No.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
Text reply is basically, I know, right? Like, can you believe those people died? We think, like, luckily, I guess we got it from the right source, but we think it's something to do with like the drugs that are being handed out. So, like,
yeah, I'm glad we met up with that girl I knew.
Yeah, she was really cool. I don't know. Probably won't go to a rave for a little while, most likely.
Yeah, it was fun, but maybe we just, you know, do some more chill hangouts in the future. Hey, you get some
Ooh.
rest and a good breakfast.
Like there's like an immediate text after you said that. It's like, yes, food, but also you should come around and hang and also bring some weed and we can chill.
I'll definitely do that soon. I can't tonight, but sometime soon.
Yeah, soon.
Sleep
I'm gonna
well,
get pizza.
friend.
It's like the last text you get from him.
We're taking a walk. If Nahari like realized the fact that they're like dead, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
we're taking a walk. How much time is it until daylight?
Probably about 30 to 40 minutes more, maybe an hour pushing it.
Do we know if Cass's like cabin is still, or like
No idea.
trailer's still there?
Oh yeah, his trailer's still there. Yeah.
Gave you the story as well.
He
Didn't he?
gave you the way in. Yeah.
Yep. You want to meet a wolf?
Sure.
Yeah,
Why
I'm not
not?
sure which one it's gonna be at this point. So, you know, we're gonna have to do it. Come on, let's go.
Now?
Now, because I'm not.
I will tell you, you don't think. Well, okay. Here's the thing: is you know that light does not always permeate Cass's caravan camper area. That's like, you know. You also know that the mist around it has lessened to some or some larger or lesser degree.
Mm-hmm.
Also been a little
not
bit of
super
time. Been a little bit of time since you've been there, and you're not sure the deal with it or anything. With the sun coming very soon, essentially, if the sun comes up and you'll then be stuck in Cass's cabin to sleep just until.
That
Why
was
don't
kind
we-
of. I was kind of just like resigning myself to that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm also just like.
We're still a little not sober.
And
Yeah.
getting sleepy, right? If it's getting so
Yeah.
close.
Are
to-
getting
Maybe let's
sleepy.
just- Maybe let's just go tomorrow night when we've got our
I
heads
don't want to
on.
get caught in the sun.
Right.
No, like, mm-mm.
But we'll definitely go. We'll just go as soon as we wake up.
Big sunburn, not good.
Yeah.
Fine, but honestly, whatever you did to bring fuckface back to you and make sure that he kind of like detached himself from those people, you remember that shit, because
Yeah.
that's fucked. It's fucked.
I really need to practice control a lot more and have a grip on it at all times.
Yeah.
We'll learn more tomorrow. Thank you, Tess.
It's still 5 people, couldn't help, which is very annoying and not cool.
Is it worth talking
But-
to Sheldon again? Maybe?
No, he's gonna just probably berate me for acknowledging.
Also,
just-
Sheldon disappeared. You're not sure where he is. Oh, sorry, Shelby. That's who I was thinking.
Oh,
Shelby,
yeah.
yeah, Shelby.
I
Yeah,
meant
he'd be the
Sheldon,
one
like
I'd want to
London.
talk to, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in a hot minute, so.
Would you like to go to bed?
Yeah.
So, as you all go to bed, say goodnight. I will ask for a rouse check from everyone. As we'll do this now instead of next week. Tess, you get a little bit hungrier. Everyone else is fine. As you all fade into, let's call it unconsciousness or sleep. Tess, you, as like you're like fading out and just like, you know, going off into the hopefully dreamless sleep that is the usual, a thunderbolt revelation hits you as you're as you like just wink out, which is ask. You asked the wolf. You didn't like order or tell. But earlier on, when you were shouting, you demanded that they reveal themselves and that they release the people. And we'll end there. Do you
Same.
Vandy, do you remember when you were having to do the rolls and you were the alarm was rolling against you, how you kept ordering but he stopped rolling?
Yeah. Was that because I had
Because you weren't ordering him at that point.
motherfucker?
Oh dear.
Like, okay, so every time you were like pulling the things and everything, he was rolling against you, but every time you were shouting orders, he wasn't rolling against you.
When Vanny said the idea of like let them go, I'm like, now how can this be interpreted to mean that they die?
It will likely be. I figured that they might have been lost anyway, because when I pulled on the string and they were being drained, like I figured they had already been drained of a lot if they had been like tied down for that long. If I were just touching it and me as a kindred were like bone crushingly exhausted for a split second, imagine what they would have gone through. I don't think they were alive, like after even a few seconds of having that attached to them.
So before we go and talk to our players, I just want to say a couple of things that we now know is Tess and Nahari have connection to something that is different but very similar. Nahari may have found something better than like the sweetest drug in existence, which I know we didn't touch on, but I feel like Nahari has been like, that was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, a little bit worrying. So, let's go around and talk to everyone. We'll start with Tash and also Chris. Hey,
And
how you
Chris
doing?
has got the go ahead to Celia.
Oh yeah.
Chris had a good time.
Yeah, Chris had a good time, and like generally, obviously, she doesn't have a lot of input on the spooky ghostness, but it's spooky, and she's like, "This doesn't sound like a great idea. People tend to be dying."
It was so nice to see Chris like without worry, just bopping about the party for
bless
the
her.
rave for a little while.
Good old time.
I have a really funny mental image in my head of her like bopping, dancing, like hair going all over the place, and terrible.
And then 5 people died. So having fun's dangerous. It's been really nice. It's so fun. It's good to
Yep.
get deep into roleplay with everyone and chat.
Just because you mentioned it, Tash, there, like when I said there were 6 people, there were 6 people. It wasn't a mistake.
Wait, so only 5 died?
Oh, I know. Oh, okay. Great.
Wait, what?
Right.
Wait a second. Does that mean
So 5 people were caught by threads, but 6 dropped.
No. 6 people were caught by threads. 5 dropped. So 5 people died, but when I said there were 6 people out there, there were 6 people out there. So yeah, how you doing, Tash? You know, you do Subnautica, right?
I am playing some
streaming?
Subnautica hardcore mode. It's
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna jinx it now because this is the dangerous thing to say. It's going quite well.
Ooh.
So now I'm gonna die. It's my 3rd hardcore playthrough attempt because it's really fucking hard, man. I keep drowning. Yeah, I don't know why. And because Below Zero is coming out on the 14th, so I'm super hyped next week. I'm super excited. I'm gonna be playing that. Everyone's gonna be playing the Mass Effect remaster.
Yeah, it's a
Re-something.
re-release. Yeah.
Re-release, and I'm gonna
It's
be
a
playing.
re-excuse to resell it.
And I'm going to be
better
playing
quality.
Under the Sea, Over the Land, Killing the Fishes.
Under the Sea.
And creepy.
Please don't kill me.
Creepy. Yeah, there's lots to do. And I will say, don't watch the trailer if you want to play it because it's spoilery.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
There you go.
Yes.
Carry on.
So, God, I wonder who's gonna have the more. I feel like Vandy will have a little bit more to shout at me about. So, Tess and also Nahari, how worried are you as a player at this point?
Well, okay, so I really don't know what to think because it seems like the bracelet worked. Like, I don't know if the fact that there were 6 people and only 5 of them died means that I pulled it back in time for that one person to not be dead.
Sure.
And I don't know if that means that Nahari could sip that heavily without killing people, because that'd be amazing.
Let me posit this possibility as well to you. What if they didn't get detached, they just were no longer there? Which is why you didn't see them fall and die. Because that's more creepy. So, no, let's carry on.
Like, he took one of them over? Oh, fuck, Sheepy.
That's my theory. Yay!
Okay, now I'm really worried. Thanks.
You remember when you detached the shadow and you could do it without any effort? That was a fun moment. So, yeah, all about you. How you doing?
Damn it, Sheepy. Okay. I'm just gonna. Oh, it's backwards. I'm sorry, my camera's backwards, but I'm building. This is a giant box.
Oh, it says candy bar.
Oh, I thought it was actually like a giant box of various candies. I was way excited for you.
I was so no, me too.
That
I was
would
like,
be
who
very
did you get
exciting.
sponsored by for that? And also, like,
I was
Hit
trying
me
to.
up with the deets.
I was
yeah,
trying to.
for real? Like,
I was trying to read it upside down and
Oh,
back
it's
to
the
front.
keyboard.
Yeah, I'm dumb because I didn't realize that the thing would be backwards. But this is just the case for it. But it's like the prettiest lavender ever in the
Oh
world.
damn!
So I'm gonna build this later tonight on stream. Probably
You
in
guys
like
should go check her
3
out.
hours or so.
Yeah. Couple of hours. Go check out Tess Aquila on twitch.tv/Tess. If you don't know how to spell that, that's okay because
Because it's in the description.
Look in the damn chat.
just look up just look up the letter.
Look in the damn chat.
Look up the letter and you'll find it. It's fine. It's like a squiggly R with a little curl back.
No, it's just CHKA. Thank you very much. But yeah.
Oh my lord.
Anyway.
Oh man, well I hope that's fun for you later.
It should be good. I haven't built a
Excited
keyboard
to
in
watch.
like a year. It's been forever because I haven't had time.
It's a
Do
little
you ever
fun.
look for custom keycaps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have I don't have the set handy that's going on that, but like
Bendy's like, did you know that
I'm not gonna self promo on this one. I'm just curious because now I'm thinking about it.
I have some keycap molds.
Oh, cool.
Shut the
That'd be really cool.
Front door.
I'm sorry, you were just doing loads of drugs and like basically being responsible for killing people, and you're going to censor out a fuck?
Shut the fuck up, Sheepy. God. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tess Aquila is wonderful and amazing, and she's going to be streaming later on tonight, doing some keyboard building. So go check her out because A, she has amazing lighting, and her just environment looks super cool. B, she's just a cool as heck chick, and makes really great content, including Borderlands stuff, which you should go check out. And C, which I know this is a 3, so just go with it. She's Nahari, and honestly, I'm so curious to know what the fuck's going on with that.
Yeah. Also,
Anyway.
I love you, Vandy.
I'm a professional hype woman,
Oh, poor one.
Oh, professional. Not a professional speaker though. Don't ask me. Don't ask me to talk.
I'm so used to having a completely on top of it mod who does all the things without me even asking, that I tried to do a shout out for Tess Aquila, and I was like, I don't know what the command is. I'm so spoiled.
Mark, why?
Mark, damn it. I may have to
Love you, Mark.
I may have to look into getting a couple more mods for the channel, to be honest. So
No, don't.
You're a
I'm just gonna
cast
ban
member.
everyone. I'm gonna ban everyone.
So let's talk to first in, last on camera, OMG Vandy, and also Tess.
It's like he wants me to murder him. Like he's got a death wish.
Never gonna find me.
Christ. So, oh god, everything's crazy and weird and strings now, and I honestly, Nahari's shadow right now is like my arch nemesis, and I'm like, listen, you little bitch, like I'll find you.
Mine too.
Also, do you know what's fun? Is the song that was playing for a lot of that, you know, that kind of like atmospheric like beat one that was like a little bit of lyrics in it as well. That's called I Am a Monster. Just FYI.
Oh, great. Love that. Love that for all of us. This is great.
It sets the scene nicely for just being a little bit creeped out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Terrifying. I'm very curious to know more about this this wolf who is, I mean, Vandy knows it's gravestone. Tess does not yet know it's gravestone. Has some thoughts, not 100% sure.
It's fairly easy for her. Like, it's fairly easy for her to be like, maybe. It's just you can't be sure because it looks so different.
Yeah. But it's weird because Tess is now turning into the new Cass in a weird way.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I just want to know, like, what is this? What is this? I'm sick and tired of things like catching me off guard. I'm just gonna read about it and get to know it. But I'm also like,
but what?
Like smooth, like Tess is pretty fucking smooth brain. Like honestly, she's got monkey brain. Like, is it pretty? Can I have sex with it? Also drugs. Like that's.
Yeah, like I will say as well. Like me and Vandy have talked about this a little bit, but for those of you interested in the like background of things and things that happen, is every time Vandy and also Tess have set themselves down on a path, I've immediately curveballed something in, and it's like, ooh, what about this?
Johnny.
So, like, yeah, I've been, and also, again, like, when Nahari's brother turned up, I said to Tessa, basically, I said, so yeah, now I'm ramping things up, so prepare yourself. And she's like, yeah, let's do this. This is gonna be fun. I'm like, And now you've got weird shadow powers that you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So.
I'm wondering now, like, because Chrys is like the only person or only kindred who's like keeping us grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she doesn't have the shadow powers, but she's literally the only person who can be like, yeah, I'm just gonna make sure your bodies don't fucking destroy themselves for a quick second. So yeah.
Get taken away whilst you're off in the just like Pat, it's fine. I'll watch you.
I'm so glad Chrys had some fun today.
Me too. So yeah, any other thoughts or theories or things you want to shout at me?
Hey everybody, just so you know, Sheepy here on the Wandering Inn, if you haven't followed him on YouTube and stuff, because he's not going to shout himself out, so you guys should drop
I had
sub.
Actually forgot to do that,
Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah, if you haven't dropped a sub yet, you should go ahead and do that. If not, just to follow. We're live every Monday, and also he has the Barbell.
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 The barbell. Yeah.
Barbell.
Roll.
Bar roll.
Brawl.
Bar
like a fight.
We have the
Barbie.
Barbie.
He's got the Barbie show.
Barb roll. Barb roll is on Wednesdays.
Yes, Bar Brawl is on Wednesdays where he
streamed
interviews
on-
people.
On the Twitch, and then
This week is going to be Trooper, also known as the academic Foxhole, who does TTRPGs and stuff. And after the show yesterday, we ended up sitting in the Zoom call for a couple of hours, just chatting about a whole load of random crap and going off on massive tangents. So
that's nice.
it's going to be fun.
Nice.
As one does. But yeah, go follow him on what is the YouTube link?
The Wandering
Asmo
Sheepdog-
Sheepdog Gaming currently.
I just
Sheepdog
searched Sheepdog
Gaming.
VTM and I find the channel.
Yeah, if you just look up Sheepdog Gaming on YouTube, you'll find it.
Search Sheepdog Gaming, you'll find the channel. I think there's a command for my YouTube. I assume it's an exclamation mark. Yeah, there is. There you go.
Hey.
Asmo
Yes, I know it says
2, 8.
Asmo. It's
4.
it relinks, I think. Right?
It does. I tend to use just the random channel link thing, but Doc likes to torture me, so.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like this
Does that
kind of
work?
show, you should go check out the other shows that he's done, and also that we've done. We did Moonkissed, and even though Sunkiss is coming to a close fairly soon, we still have a bit of mystery to
Plans.
explore, and yes, plans. Well, we
I
don't know
have
if we have plans.
I have
Shoot,
like
no.
semi-announced that we're doing Rogue Trader afterwards.
Oh yeah.
After Sunkist, and then we have plans for the Friday show, which is going to start being a thing. We're going to open up a slot on Friday and start doing shows on that day too. So.
Ooh.
Cool stuff. Very
and-
cool stuff.
Yes, if you like World of Darkness, because we got a lot of people in, and I saw a lot of chatter about how people like World of Darkness or like VTM.
Vampire.
Go check out Moonkissed, because that's werewolf and
Very
It's
close
short.
to how we played it, though, isn't it? Like 3 episodes,
4.
4
episodes,
episodes.
I think, right?
Supposed
4
to be
episodes
3.
and super like 4 episodes of
emotional.
like heavy emotion too. Like, yeah, this,
Very
it was a
different-
great show.
Very different vibe from Sunkist, but
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And we also did the 2-shot Halloween alternate reality,
Yeah!
which was
That was so fun.
Oh, that
good.
was so good. Yeah. We have a good group. This is fun. Yeah. But you should go check out the other stuff that we've done. We play a bunch of different characters, and they're a good time.
Yeah.
So.
and just a little extra info for everyone, because I'm gonna have to make an announcement on the Patreon, because I'm basically shutting down the current Patreon because it's for my YouTube channel for when I was making Let's Plays and gaming videos and etc. I have plans to do some kind of gaming stuff, but it's more roleplay. You'll see once I get going with it. But I'm gonna make a Patreon for the Wandering Inn, because that's where I'm looking to need support from you guys, essentially. So I'm gonna open up fairly soon a Wandering Inn Patreon, and you'll be able to support the cast pay and the art and all the things I need to make the shows run. So don't sign up to the Patreon currently, because it's closing down. I literally, a couple of people signed up like today. I got the notification. I'm like, no, don't do that. I've just
Do not give him your money yet.
Yes. Hold. That's,
Hold the line.
But yeah, so everyone on YouTube, wear my words and always be careful of a GM who says interesting when you make a roll.
Oh God, yeah.
And we'll see you next week for Sunkiss, and of course Wednesdays is Barber Rules at same time as Sunkiss on Twitch if you want to watch it live.
It's the
Barbles,
burble.
Which
Marble.
is 7 p.m. UK, which is 2
7 p.m.
Eastern.
UK, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tash. And yeah, we'll see you then. Ta-ta.